Why are people so intent on telling me that I'm wrong and I'm doing everything that I do in my life wrong? Okay? Why?
Meerkat Mall.
Stole that shit.
I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, and you'll like it. Do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, eat it. Do what I want, how I want, do what I want, when I want, do what I want, how I want, do what I. Because I'm DSP and I am the king. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how I act. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake or if I do something funny and great. It doesn't matter if I act well or if I misbehave. No matter what I do, people clown on it. Okay? No matter what DSP does, it's never good enough. Okay? Therefore, if I choose to do something, I can fucking do it. It doesn't matter. No matter what I do, everyone's gonna say it's wrong anyway. I'm the master of my own destiny. I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, and you'll like it. Do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, eat it. Do what I want, how I want, do what I want, when I want, do what I want, how I want, do what I. Because I'm DSP and I am the king. I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, and you'll like it. Do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want, eat it. Do what I want, how I want, do what I want, when I want, do what I want, how I want, do what I. No matter what DSP does, people clown on. Okay? Want.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up?
Big ups to your dad.
And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over.
All right, everybody, welcome.
Content for you guys, and I will continue.
Welcome yet again.
And if I fail,
Let me see if everything is
at the
working.
end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way. Please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
introducing the chocolate starfish.
Welcome, everybody, yet again. Welcome to the level 1 pre-stream experience thing that's been going on this week. Today, we're in for another one. And after that, maybe I'll watch him play Dark Souls. Maybe I will not. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be very vibes-based because it's Friday. And Friday is all about vibes. All right, that's kind of it. Let's see what happened yesterday real quick. Flatman B is now gone, dude. Flatman B is gone. Can you guys believe this? This is like incredible. And why did this happen? Let me tell you something, brother. We got the messages here. So here he says, and I'm gonna, as they say, blow it up for you a little bit. So you should be able to see it. This is it. Okay. So, I need a break, he says. But first he says, I have been demoted from other channels for being your fan. I've also explained extreme hell. Explained extreme hell? Experience, probably. From your detractors, Phil. It was a good run, but I'm going to get offline for a few months. Hope all is well. GG, another one goes. Another one bites the dust. But I guess that's how it is here now. That's how it is. If it wasn't him, it would have been the previous one. If it wasn't him, it would have been the other guy. They all end up like this eventually for one reason or another. And Flatman B, it was one of the more engaging ones, I guess you could say. He was always talking about, like, saying hi to the people in chat, because that's like the one thing they do all the time is just say hi to each other. So what else do we have? Let's see a couple moments. He got a big hit in the Final Fantasy cards. Not the Final Fantasy, actually the One Piece. So let's get a load of this shit, bruv.
Right? I'm trying to get the camera to focus. It will not focus on the card. It literally will not focus on the card no matter what I do. It won't. It's one of those cards it refuses to focus on. I think it's a standard card. It's just a metallic version of a standard card. So there's no value to it. It's a nice looking card. It's just a shame the camera won't focus on that particular card. And this is a hit for sure. It's gorgeous again. This is definitely a rare hit. It's got a star on it. Boa Hancock. Beautiful full art. Metallic, crazy hollow card.
There it is, dude. This is the big one. And wait until you find out how much this costs. This one is gonna pay bills for ages, dude.
Damn. $58.38. A $58 hit. Wow.
Yes, finally. Finally, all the waiting and pulling paid off.
What?
And that's kind of it with this. But you might wonder, how many packs were open? Well, many. And here's how I know.
Thou art unaffected by these charms?
Holy, whoa. Are you kidding? Stalking Tiger. Are you dude? Stalking Tiger with a $264 super chat. What is going on? $264? That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Stalking Tiger carried yesterday. Yesterday was a very, very carried day. As we're going to see here, well, this is the graph. So let's see this last one here. Look at this. 572 according to this here website, with 264 from the Stalking Tiger. And he wrote a really dumb message here. That was, I haven't left this bunker for days. The only thing keeping me sane are your streams. Well, that makes sense. I've heard that Birdman's truck was found smashed in a ditch with the worst squawk sprayed, painted in red on the side. Birdman is nowhere to be found. I fear the worst. Vicious, possessed birds are outside. This is, I don't even fucking know the bird lore. The DSP doesn't know the bird lore because he doesn't give a fuck. It's some weird bird shit. It's like a Review Tech USA stream, essentially. People just saying weird shit and like their own lore. So that was it. Yes. And this was, I guess, maybe the climax to the Birdman saga. We don't know. We'll never know. We'll never find out. What else happened? I think there was a nice juicy bit here with some quick beg, because in the start it was kind of
I
slow.
haven't seen Project Hail Mary because it's too dang long. Like,
Oh no, this is something else. This is about why you can't watch movies.
it's almost 3 hours long, right? And that's just here's the way I am. Okay, if I want to watch a movie, I want to watch it all at once, because that way you get the entire movie experience, the narrative, uninterrupted, without waiting or delay. You get to see it as it was intended to be watched. The problem is, I rarely have 3 hours to just sit around and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, at night, I don't have 3 hours. After my late streams, right? I'm not out of here usually till almost 10:30 at night. I go downstairs. I have a snack with my wife. We watch something on TV for like an hour, and then we're going to sleep. You know? My wife has she actually goes to sleep quite early because her morning.
Okay. Oh, that's not true. That's not true, dude. Come on. He stays up until like 4 a.m., which everybody fucking does nowadays. Even I do. Well, not even I do. Like, I do it probably more than most people. But still, at the end of the day, like, man, you're not that busy. Come on. We know what you do in the fucking office, texting like dance. You can text dance while you're watching something like in the background. Not even like pay attention.
Does that make sense?
That's how people watch movies now. That's why they make it like that.
Late to do much. You know, if I do stay up late, I'm usually doing something that's quiet, that's not making a lot of noise. You know, or I have headphones on or whatever.
What?
Which I can do now. Thankfully, I can actually wear headphones again and not get ear infections.
So you can do that?
I don't.
So many excuses, man. Excuses why he can't watch a movie.
Basically, how can I say, how am I going to sit around for 3 hours watching this movie?
I mean, like anybody else.
I get, shorter movies, sometimes I can squeeze in. Like, if she goes to sleep earlier than me, then I can watch a movie quick if it's like an hour and a half. But 3 hours?
You want to play the fucking game?
Connor, thanks for $2. I will continue to accept your contributions and not read your dumb messages. Thank you.
Yeah, that was some dumbass troll tipping. And that's kind of it, like from the night stream. He was playing, like, the current games in rotation is like absolute psyop. It's just versions of Pokemon and just talking about cards all the time. So here I can look up support, and you're probably gonna guess what I'm gonna find. He's talking about how glad he is and happy he is that people are showing up supporting this. Yes, this was like a Final Fantasy stream, because that's the new gimmick with that one, is that it's his favorite game of all time. So people, if they like Phil, they need to support this. And I guess Stalking Tiger really, really likes Phil.
Up to now has kind of been intro. This is technically where the real game begins. Okay? And we just got another elixir by checking the clock. What happens if we talk to Ben in here? I forget. Please find Terra. The future of the world rests in her hand. Everyone, I'll say it early. I'll say it later, too. Tonight, please support the stream. Earlier today, the Assassin's Creed stream.
I'm going to beg you guys, but also I'm going to beg later.
We didn't even hit a single milestone, so we have no pack rips at all. Okay? Tonight, obviously, number one, I want this to be well supported because I want to keep playing Final Fantasy VI for the entire playthrough over the course of the next month. And I want to do some pack rips tonight of One Piece. All right, so let's go. Please support the stream in any way you can. Arthur Morgan Source, good evening. Good to see you.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be a very slow summer. I wonder what's going to happen with the cards once games start coming out, though. I don't think... I do think there's always going to be a game on rotation for night streams that is going to be like the Dent Catcher. The one where you can use it to harvest the most, like, packs and shit. Because, packs are just lucrative. But you can't have a GTA come out. Well, GTA, that's kind of like a special case. But I don't know. Whatever else other hype game he's looking forward to. And still begging for packs. But, well, I guess he could.
That first stream, insane amount of support and everything. I'm just saying, I want people to show up for it and actually hang out and enjoy it, and at least for it to do decently, because I really want to keep playing this game. Like, out of all the games that I'm playing right now, this is the one I don't want to drop at all. I want to play it to completion. I want to see all the pixel remaster stuff. You know what I mean? It's such a good game, and it's such a game that means something to me. So I really hope that people will continue to come by and hang out with me for it, and, of course, to support it.
Right, so now we go... The immediately next thing he talks about is, like, the golden age of video games. So another, like, History Channel segment. And it is insane how often he just defaults to History Channel. It's just ancient gamers, I guess that's how the show is called. So here we got some other mentions of support. This is at the end.
Great episode. Obviously, guys, I got to start cleaning up because it's late and I got to get going. I want to say thank you all for your support.
Oh, he stayed like, what, 10 minutes overtime to open packs? Yeah, there was a lot of packs open.
There's
Damn.
a bonus. When we finish One Piece, look what we got. They gave me a...
Oh my God, look at all these openings. Holy shit.
That we can also open and see if there's anything in. So there's a bonus.
15 packs? 15 packs in real life? Wow.
One Piece pack as well.
He's packing, dude.
I got to remember that. Okay. King Crimson says, can't wait till you check out Union Arena. And another TCG is Weiss Schwartz. They do collabs with anime and fighting games like Guilty Gear and King of Fighters. That's interesting. Someone told me there's one coming out on Halloween. It's all horror movie villains. It's like Dracula and freaking Jaws.
Hey, big ups Wheeler, dude, for the membership, dude.
That's awesome. It's like a horror TCG. Okay. So, guys, thank you.
I want to look up Pig Go just out of curiosity for TCG. I wonder if that's going to show up. Because I've looked up cards. Please don't do that. You're going to be shocked by what shows up. But TCG is probably going to be crazy. So we got 593 results. And the trend is, yeah, it's literally what you would expect. Look at this. From the dawn of time until literally, what, April of this year, April to May, there's been no mentions, 0 mentions, flatline. And then we go sky high. We go sky high. It's fucking crazy.
Thank you so much. What I would say is tomorrow morning, if you want to join me on the Level 1 podcast, we should actually decide what we should do next. Because as a result of tonight, we're going to go back to Pitch Black for a while. We're going to do the Pal Worlds, but those are going to be quick. It's only 12
Oh,
packs.
yes. We're going to talk about what pack is next. I'm so hyped for this.
Available quick and what I can maybe get.
I was just thinking, man, he's not going to talk about cards today. What else are we going to talk about? We need to talk about something. Is today considered to be like an official podcast? Probably not. Because he loves doing the morning shows more. Because obviously that's like the lazier thing. And they're kind of identical. Oh no, this is the Level 1 podcast, man. He's going to cover the news. We need his takes. And what is this thumbnail? What is this, Phil? DSP's Friday Night Fights continues. Like, returns. And it's him in like the weirdest thing that that doesn't make him look cool. Doesn't even really look like him all that much. God damn it.
Something different or maybe another Pokemon box. We'll talk about it, okay? But guys, thank you so much. An absolutely great night. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you had a great time. Let's see where I'm going to send.
Oh, okay, I get it. Tomorrow is his final day of the week. Well, not tomorrow, today, like right now. It is his last streaming day of the week. So the podcast exists so he can do a schedule of the whole week and then a schedule of next week and then a schedule of the cards that he's about to open in a schedule of the cards that he may or may not open in the future.
By the
So
way,
that is a
tomorrow,
thing
final
that
day of the
happens,
week,
dude.
Level 1 podcast. Then it will be, excuse me, Dark Souls 2 and Friday Night Fights classic fighting games. Okay? Okay. Mad TV it is.
Hey, big ups Jordan Fadeaway for 5, dude. Here's some details.
First he ripped some packs, then Cat got a rip in her back. Phil Burnell stars in It's a Wonderful Dipe, coming to Tubby in 2027.
Tubi. Dude, I think the Dented Zone could have been uploaded to Tubi. There's stuff on Tubi that is way less coherent and badly made. So they deserve to be on Tubi. To be like actually published in the world. But yeah, dude, imagine if there was like a shitty Tubi documentary. Not the Mike Klum documentary, which is going to be like extremely high quality, but a Tubi documentary about DSP. It would probably be even like worse quality than a YouTube video on the topic. Because there's like, I use Plex and sometimes I have to watch like the free stuff. And the free stuff on Plex is so fucking funny. Like all of it is terrible. And there's like Halloween. Like, what? Yeah, there's a couple of Halloween movies on there. There's some other ones that you may have heard, but most of it is actual, like, abominations and garbage. But they're really funny to watch. Like actual, like royalty-free public domain films.
The YouTube viewers, again, an awesome day, right? It really was. I want to say thanks again. What an amazing night. I mean, that was a total win. Amazing night of Final Fantasy. Great gameplay and support leading to 2 ginormous hits.
There was something else I wanted to show you. I think that was on Twitter. Hold on, let me check.
Peace out.
You should probably start. Oh, yeah, Flatman B. You know, because one of the last things he did before he got destroyed by the trolls is he made diss tracks to the detractors. He wanted to diss the detractors and piss them off even more with like AI generated music that sucks, and he deleted it. He deleted all of it, and that was it. Okay, great. I don't know why you had to, like, in the first place, try and diss online trolls, knowing that they're just gonna troll you more and you're just gonna cry. I don't know why you had to do that, but the spam has already started in the chat. Hey, Greasebag, tell Cat to get off the BBC and come finish Dondoko Island, King. Time to make good on the promise, Cat. You can bring your dancing son, Jasper. The dancing son? Also, what else? Oh, that was it, kind of. Yeah, that was it. All right. Well, just in time. Today's show starts now. As you know, this is the signature opening to the Level 1 podcast. It's so bad. Like, all of this, like, so, like, shitty put together. It would have been endearing if it was done somewhat tastefully or by somebody who is nice and not shit. But I guess we're going to have to do with this, too.
Guess what time it is? It's time for the Level 1 podcast.
It's time for a very tiny shirt.
Finale.
Apparently.
What a week. We got back on track this week with 6 days of streams. And let me tell you, I don't think I could be more pleased. What a great week, right? We had great progress in everything we did. We had an amazing response to Final Fantasy VI. We had tons of card packs opened. We weaned out a few things that weren't working, and we're about to add in some new ones. It's going to be a great one next week, and what we're going to do today is recap everything that we did this week, talk about the future. We have a few things to discuss, including DSP Tries It ideas, future marathon ideas, and what's the next TCG cards that we're going to be
What are next?
We're going at an accelerated pace, and we got to figure that out, all right? Good stuff all around. Plus, guess what? An update on Sony, and it ain't a good one. You know,
no, it's not really an update.
All physical games. Well, we got an update on that. Okay.
Well, there was no update. They just said, yeah, we're gonna do that, and we knew people were gonna complain about it, but we're gonna do it anyways. Like, that's what they said.
Okay. So,
which is what, you know, you could kind of tell it's like that.
Sit back and relax.
Oh, what a huge flex.
Because today, right now, it's time for an amazing of the Level 1 podcast.
No. This ass. But the intro is kind of funny. Whoever made this put in a little bit of effort to make it funny. There's the eat it thing. There's like weird flex with like a fisheye lens on it so it can look bigger. There's raining money. Yeah, this one. This, for some reason, even though it's not like a part of the Level 1 podcast, a clip from like 20 years ago. But, you know, you got to work with what you got. And what you got is DSP clips. Yeah, this was a thing. We got Wings here. Who else? Asmongold, of course. Asmongold, as seen on the Level 1 podcast. Man, this is so long.
Good morning, everyone. It's time for the show. It is Friday, the 31st of July.
What do you mean by that?
What a month July was. Let me tell you. This month was a weird one for me, having so much going on kind of in my personal life behind the scenes that made me have the schedule be different and split up and just weird and bizarre, right? Now, here at the end of the month, we're finally back on track.
I'm excited for August because in August we actually are going to have some high-profile new releases paired in with the stuff that I've already been doing and some awesome downtime stuff. So it's going to be a good month and a good kind of second half of the summer. I'm going to talk all about it. I'm sure that you guys are excited. So good morning, everyone, and welcome. How's everyone today? I hope you enjoyed everything this week.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I've been seeing people getting commonly banned for mentioning that Justin Wong and Maximilian Dude are in the Street Fighter movie.
Long end to the week here on the
So
channel.
I guess that's
Today,
his take on it.
not only are we going to be playing Dark Souls 2, and you know how that goes. Today we're going to the Shrine of Amana, which is probably going to be pitch black and impossible to navigate. It's already difficult in the regular game.
Oh, he's going to turn off
Imagine it
the
with
mod.
path tracing lighting. But then, later tonight, the return of Friday Night Fights and retro fighting games. We took a break from them last week to play Marvel Tokon's beta. They return tonight. So, this should be great, but this week went so well. First of all, it went way better than I ever thought it could go, to be frank with you. Like, I didn't suspect this week would go as well. Remember, when we had this show...
And he's just talking about money, man.
My big worry was that no one was going to like Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. It's my favorite RPG of all time. It's a game that's...
Yeah, that's why you needed to have like an actual marketing campaign for this.
It's one that I want to do a full playthrough of.
Like that's like a guilt trip playthrough. Is the playthrough where if you don't support this, you don't like Phil at all.
Modern graphics, better music, and quality.
Think of all the things Phil has done for you. You don't appreciate
But
that?
I tried games like that recently, like Suikoden and stuff like that. And quite honestly, they just didn't really work. So I was nervous what was going to happen. I am now incredibly happy to report to all of you. Final Fantasy VI is doing great. The streams get good attendance, good engagement, and damn good support. And I'm very happy for that because this is a game that I absolutely love. We had 6 hours of gameplay this week of the game. Absolutely amazing time. Can't wait.
What, only 6 hours?
Next week. So I want to say to anyone,
He's had how many hours in total talking about cards? That would be a funny statistic.
to anyone who watched the on-demand videos, to anyone who supported in any way, all right, I want to say thank you so very, very much for that. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for allowing me to share with you a game that I have a lot of passion for. In fact, particularly last night, someone comes by the stream and they say, Phil, you know, I'm not really a fan of yours, but I'm also not a detractor. I land somewhere in the middle and I check you out from time
What
to
does
time.
that mean?
Tonight is amazing. You're playing Final Fantasy VI, and we can tell that you have big passion for this game. And it shows, it feels different than a standard gameplay stream. That
No, who said this? Dude, that's like an essay. Who wrote this? No one said this.
you do.
Someone probably said, hey, Phil, I usually watch Memology, but I like Final Fantasy. That's a cool stream.
And I answered, well, it's my favorite RPG of all time. You know, of course.
Oh, this was the
I'm
most
going to
like
it and be happy
words
playing
put
it.
in
The
someone's
thing is,
mouth of all
I
time.
have lots of games like this that I like, and I've tried to play them over the years, and half the time it just doesn't work. And it's sad, you know what I mean? Like when I really like something and I want to share that with all of you, and it means something to me to be able to play it and have a gameplay experience with an audience, and the audience just doesn't jive. It doesn't click. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't work. Notably, games recently, right? Metaphor.
What do you mean recently? Wasn't that like 2 years ago?
Demo of it. I absolutely loved the demo, and no one cared. Everyone said this game's boring, and no one was showing up, and I couldn't play the real game because no one wanted me to play it.
Maybe if you told him it's your favorite game of all time, it would have worked.
Suikoden, where we played the first game, and for most of that playthrough, it did well, but when I went to play the sequel, it died out and people didn't care, right? How about Expedition 33 last year, where when I was playing the game, which was a hot new game, everyone liked it, couldn't get an audience for it. People were bored of it the whole time. So I had to rush through and finish the story, and it wasn't until much later in the year that I was able to come back near the end of the year and do all the optional content that I had to skip at first. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm very happy that people did actually, you know, click with Final Fantasy VI. And what it is, a lot of people have never played or seen the game and are like, wow, that's amazing. This is an awesome game. I'm like, no kidding. You know, if you haven't played it or seen someone play it, you have missed a gem. Like, it is arguably one of the best RPGs of all time. Like I said, it is my personal preference for best RPG of all time.
And by the way,
I'm not
picture
gonna
remaster
argue with
edition-
this, but like the fictional conversations he has with people are crazy. And then you go and you find it, and it's just some guy in chat who said, "Hey, this game looks good." And then he filled in all the blanks that didn't exist with what he thought he wanted the other guy to say.
is great. Okay, so
That's so awesome.
the graphics are improved. They've recolored certain sprites and things to make them pop more. And
Big ups, Miss Goutfire Real for the super chat saying, "Happy weekend, happy weekend for you too." Big ups.
Have animation and motion that they didn't have.
I actually don't know. He's off tomorrow, so I get a day off, and I'm probably not gonna watch him on Sunday
in
too.
the previous editions.
You never
all
know.
the
I might
effects are
watch something
redone
on Twitch.
to look
Depends.
much,
It's
much
all
better
vibes
than
based.
they were in the original
It's a
game, which was
vibes-based
awesome.
summer.
The music. Oh my God, the music. Again, it's completely redone from the ground up. It's all remixed editions with real instruments playing them and everything. Like, oh my Lord, the music is absolutely outstanding. And tons of quality of life improvements, including always being able to walk fast without sprint shoes, being able to walk in diagonal.
we don't care.
Right? Phantom Woods. We were fighting the Phantom parts of the, like a tank. Having this experience with the game, it's a really great version. So, number one, I recommend it. If you haven't played Final Fantasy VI, or if you're looking for a great experience, this is a great modern way to experience it. This is a really good addition. It's not a hack job or anything. That's number one. But I want to say thank you because people liked it so much. We played it 3 times this week, okay? And get this. We had so much support for Final Fantasy VI this week. On one stream, we opened half the box of Final Fantasy Magic cards and finished them. And then when we played
Look at how
last
hype
night,
he is, man.
we did half.
But this is like realistically, this is the best thing that could have happened to him all summer. To find like the perfect summertime gimmick to milk enough dents until games start coming out. And he did it. He found it. I wonder what that's going to be next year, because they're going to get
the box
worse and
nearly
worse every
finished
time.
The One Piece cards that we just started opening. So the support for this game is off the charts, ridiculous. Now, again, I don't expect that every single time we play Final Fantasy VI, it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be every once in a while, we're going to have a great night, and in between we'll have good nights. And if that's the case, thank you. As long as we can have good nights of Final Fantasy VI.
What are
that's
good
gonna make me feel
nights?
confident
150?
to keep
I
playing
guess.
and keep doing all of the content and enjoying it at a nice slow burn pace over the course of August, and likely if we do all the content, maybe even into September, and hopefully finishing it right before all the new releases hit. Okay? So I'm now stoked for August, because we're gonna have a month of awesome Final Fantasy VI, and I'm so happy, and thank you so much for that. Really, I want to just say to you guys, thank you for allowing me to share this experience with you. It means something to me. It means a lot. Okay.
Okay, tone it down. Tone
So
it
now
down,
here's the
bro.
funny part is
You're getting a little
that
bit too
in regards to
parasocial.
that,
It's like we did a threesome. Like,
now
calm
we
down.
Opened, I'm not kidding. In 1 week, basically 2 boxes of cards again. And now we got to figure out what's next, because we only have 3 packs of One Piece left.
Thank
and
you
a
guys
bonus
for
pack
sharing
Forgotten
that
Cellar
experience
Games, a
with
Japanese
me.
pack that we're going to open. Then we're back to Pokemon Pitch Black for half a box. That's what we got left. Then the Pal World cards are actually coming over the weekend, so I should have those for Sunday. But once we get through all those, which likely will be by like,
Oh my
early
god,
to
that's
mid
a
next
whole
week,
like
else.
logistics network
The
at this
question is, what
point.
do we do? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to do Magic. Why? Magic cards take too long.
To
Opening
open.
5 to 10 packs of Magic cards
And they're
takes
not
over an hour.
valuable.
There's too many cards in the pack. It's just,
If they were valuable, he would want to open them all the time because he gets to waste extra time. And you know how the card pack openings are? He wastes enough time opening one, so in between the card packs, he can beg for money and be like, hey, we got 7 left, unless, you know, we get a big contribution, but time is running out. And then he does that 10 more times.
too arduous of an experience. I'm not saying I'm never doing Magic cards again. I'm just saying for now I want to stay away from them. Maybe we wait for a reason to go back, okay? The One Piece cards are good in regards to the art. They're amazing. And by the way, last night we got 2 amazing hits. One card worth $31. It's a Blackbeard card. And the other one, a $58 card of Boa Hancock. And they look great. You know what I mean? Like, they're really nice looking cards. So I'm just blown away by the quality of those cards. The card stock's great. The art is great. The sets are great. And the sets are small. I was looking last night at the list of One Piece cards in this set. I almost have the whole set. I think I'm missing 3 cards from one box.
Yo, he's
That's
tweaking,
awesome.
man. Like,
I
look
hate
at
it when the
this.
set's huge, with
Like, his eyes are all over the place. It's like a dude talking about making a parlay.
Magic, the set's like 200, 300 cards. You'd have to buy 5, 6 boxes to get the whole set. In this case, you could get the whole set in one box or be really darn close. So I'm actually really happy with those cards. So maybe next week we do that. Okay? Now, someone made a suggestion. They actually said there is this other thing called Union Arena. Okay? And Union Arena is a card line that collaborates with anime and manga. Okay? So, for example, they've done Attack on Titan. They've done Bleach. They've done Full Metal Alchemist, etc. Okay? I would be possibly interested
Why?
on that. However,
No, stop. You're a poser enough. You're enough of a LARPer as it
Well,
is.
definitely Full Metal Alchemist, okay?
Stop getting into other
They're
people's
not available
hobbies.
readily. They're on back order. You have to order them and wait like 2 weeks to get a box. And I was like, oh, see, that's disappointing. You can get Japanese versions, but the Japanese versions, obviously, we're not going to be able to read them. And also, I was looking for like apps and stuff that I could use to scan the cards and figure out the value. And the apps right now are basically set up for the English and not for the Japanese. So I don't know if you'd be interested in Union Arena. Obviously, we could always do another box of Pokemon cards, but here's the issue we're running into now with Pokemon. We've done all the modern cards. Like, no exaggeration, okay?
Oh, no. I trust you, man. I trust you. You don't
I'm
need
gonna
to
read
verify
you
that. No,
all
don't
the
do that.
listings of modern Pokemon sets.
No,
Ready?
don't do it. Please.
Okay. Pitch Black. That's what we're doing right now. Chaos Rising. We already did it. Perfect Order. We already did it.
Classic.
Ascended Heroes,
Haven't
we're
played
working
it
on
yet.
bonus packs, we already
Classic.
did it. Phantasmal Flames. We already did it.
Look
Mega
who
Evolution,
visited.
We already did it.
Look who it is.
So you might say, well, what about other ones from like last year? Prismatic Evolutions. We're working on it. Destined Rivals. We have opened those. Those are way premium. So now you go back to like sets like Black Bolt or White Flare, and here's where you start to run into the problem. Anything from last year, I'm not kidding, is insanely expensive. Even boxes that don't make sense. Like, for example, there's a base Scarlet and Violet set. That was from 2023. If you look at the value of the cards, they're not very high. Like, the most valuable card in that set is like $60 or $70. That's it. Okay? So what does the box cost? Oh, like $400. For what reason? Literally none. There's actually no reason. But any Pokemon cards that are older than the most recent sets are just overinflated in price, literally for no reason. There's no value there that you would pay more, yet they charge more. Don't ask me how that sustains a market. It makes no sense. But the market should be the level of demand based on value should determine the price. But that's not the case with these cards. It's just like, oh, well, if they're older than a year or two, they're insanely expensive for no reason, even if there's no valuable cards in there. Then how does that make sense? You know? And why would people pay it?
He
That's the other
becomes a
question. If the price is at
Pokemon
that level,
stockbroker.
why are you paying that? Just don't buy it. If you don't buy it at that price, the prices will drop.
Bro, you buy everything from like scalpers. You're the one to talk.
This is the problem right now with Pokemon cards, right? Is we really have nothing to go to. We could redo one. Like, for example, if you wanted me to do a second box of Perfect Order or a second box of, well, we already did Mega Evolution twice. We already did Chaos Rising twice, right? We did Pitch Black twice, actually. So, honestly, yeah, like, the only one I could think of is maybe do, like, Perfect Order. Or we could look for a box from last year that's not overly expensive. But I was even looking. Even, like, Journey Together. This is a box where the top card's worth $120, and for the most part, people don't like the set. That's almost $400 for a box.
Okay, spend it. That's like what?
So,
one
I'm
goal. That's
almost
one
thinking
stream.
At
You
this
might even make a
point,
profit. Like, come
that
on,
means
man.
We either
Get some hype
Pokemon
shit
brand,
on.
or there is an alternative.
Get some
to
hype
Japanese
merchandise.
cards. Because the Japanese cards are readily available.
Yeah, but they got lower
example,
value.
We have
And you
only
can't
opened
read
Abyss
Japanese, which makes
in
everything
Japanese
much
cards,
harder
and then
than
we
it has
also
any right to
opened,
be.
What was it called? Where is it? Stellar. How was it called? Stellar Miracle, right? The Japanese cards are more readily available, okay? They're cheaper, and they make sense value-wise. Like, for example, on average, you can get a box between $100 to $150, and you can still get hits that are almost equivalent to the value of the English cards. The sets look nice, and they're much smaller. Meaning, if you buy a set of Japanese cards, typically there's maybe 100 cards in the set, so it's easier to get the whole set. With the English cards, they have sets that are 200-300 cards. Like, how are you going to get that unless you buy, like, 5-6 boxes, right? So, basically what I would say is, if we're going to do Pokemon again, we either have to do a redo, which would basically have to be, like, Perfect Order again or something like that, or we could go to Japanese cards. So that's one option, is redo like a box like Perfect Order, or do Japanese cards, all right, which I'm fine with either one, or stay away from Pokemon for a bit and go over and do other stuff. One Piece is good. Like, I like this box of One Piece, okay? I had a really good time with this box. I think the art is great. We got...
But then you need a One Piece game.
Over $100 of value.
You need a crossover event,
for a
man.
box like that.
Oh,
And
come with the
pricing
fucking
is
value.
It's not overly expensive, but it's not cheap. It's kind of middle road. I looked into it, okay? And I can get either of the previous 2 One Piece boxes right now. Like, I could literally order it right now and get it here in the next couple of days, actually. One of them, the one that's before the one we're doing, is called Set 15, Adventure on Kami's Island. You might say, Kami, like, Kami is like from Dragon Ball. Remember Kami was up in the sky? No. In Japanese culture, Kami technically means a god or godlike figure. In
A
One
god
Piece,
pack?
there's a plot line where they went up into a floating island and
Oh,
fought a guy who
dude.
called himself God, but he actually wasn't. And so for the set, they're calling it Kami's Island, but you know what it is? It's the Skypiea arc. Remember the arc that I told you guys? I've seen the entirety of the arc, and I know everything about it because I've actually watched it now twice. I actually watched it back in the day in the 2000s, and I just last year watched it again when I was skimming through One Piece stuff on Netflix. So I know the Skypiea arc, okay? That's number one. Or
So
there's another set
what difference does
from
that
before
make?
That one called Set 14. The
Come
Azure
on,
Season
man. Give me a
7.
fucking break.
And
Like,
I
okay, you obviously want to do that. Just do that.
That's just
But
high
no,
ranking
somebody
pirate.
needs to like
And it's
confirm
more
that.
of a more
Otherwise, they
generic
don't
set. It's
have
not supposed to be
buy-in.
to a timeline. It's more like, oh, generic.
Oh, this is like a 40-year-old child. We
do
gotta ask mommy and daddy
either of
which pack
those.
we can have.
Okay. So I'm okay with that too. Like, so that's what I'm thinking. Right now, we could either immediately do a quick new box of Pokemon cards, like redoing Perfect Order or something like that. Or we could do a Japanese box of Pokemon cards. Either of those would be fine. Or if you want to do One Piece again, we could do One Piece again. So the question is, what do you want to do? Because I actually have to make the decision. What I was thinking is over my day off, I would order something so we could have it early next week. Because right now,
You can
like
just
today,
order it
we're gonna
now.
Finish the One Piece cards because we only have 3 packs left.
Like, why does
We're
it
gonna be
take so
going
long
to
to
the lab,
decide
and
something
that'll
like
last a
this?
few
Just
days,
like
then we're
decide
gonna
it.
need something else, and we do have
Don't talk about deciding it. Just decide it, like right now.
Pal World coming.
Run a
And by the
poll
way,
or
I've seen
something.
The Pal World cards, they don't look that bad. They don't look great either, to be honest with you. They're kind of eh. But some of the hits look good. Like the hit cards of Pal World look good. And already people are starting to open and price these cards. So within the next few days, the pricing will be out there and we'll be able to know if the cards have any value. Okay? So we're going to need more for next week, and that's what we're trying to figure out. So let's get some feedback. Okay? In fact, how about this? Let's do a poll.
Hey,
Right now,
finally,
on both
okay.
chats,
We got
what
to
would
it.
you guys like more? Okay, I'm going to do it right now. Let's.
But
set
I
up a poll
get
and
some
let's try to
sort
get
of a sensation that we're not gonna end up deciding now, and we'll have to have a long like
live feedback,
decision
okay?
election process. Because DSP, the United States of Phil, is supposedly democratic, in the same way North Korea is. Well, you get to vote for somebody,
So let's set this up.
and then your vote gets subtracted. Eat it. Suffer den. And we're
All
doing
right,
it
here
right now.
comes. Everyone, please vote in the chat on this poll. I'd love to get your feedback. Let's see what people have to say. The poll is now live. You got about 5 minutes to vote. Let me know what you think. Okay, cool. So, yeah, let's see how that goes, and it'll help me get an idea of what to do next. Okay, cool.
Okay, this is getting skipped,
Now,
and
Final
we can't
Fantasy
skip.
and
Yes,
cards, but what I want to get you
You're
guys
just gonna
caught
do
up on
the
is
new
everything else
One
that went
Piece
down this
set.
week, because again, it was a wild
because it's
week
new, and he just
where
hyped you up
some
for
things
it,
worked,
so
some
it's
things
gonna
didn't.
happen.
And next week we are going to have schedule changes. We just need to have them. It's it's a kind of a necessary evil of when you are playing and juggling so much that some things need to eventually shift around. So we're going to talk about that in a second.
Oh, awesome! I've been looking forward to
Let's
this.
see here. Layla says, "What about Disney?"
Where we
lore
talk
Kana?"
about jiggling stuff and
the
juggling
thing-
stuff
hold
and
on.
jumping around
Hold
with
on one sec.
stuff.
Oh my God. There is a ton.
What's that? Can you share it
dude,
with the
look at
rest of the
this.
class?
Wow.
And he can like share his screen the whole time. He just decides not to.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because you might see something that you're not
Lorcana
supposed
is
to.
very similar to One Piece, okay? Where there's tons of sets. It's 24 packs with 12 cards in a pack, okay? Wow.
Wow.
I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it if you guys were interested. I just don't know anything about it, and there's a ton of sets. Like, all I did was do a general search, and I see Rise of the Floodborn, Archazia's Island. You know who that
Yep, that's an
Archazia
expert.
is?
That's a guy who knows what's up.
Wilds Unknown, Into the Inklings,
Okay, maybe if we can see, we can actually translate it
Reign of
ourselves.
Jafar,
Don't bother, dude. Don't bother.
Shimmering
I can see it's very
Skies.
difficult.
See, there's a ton. So I guess the question would be, number one, would anyone care so much about Lorcana to try that? I would be open to trying Lorcana. Actually, hold on a second. 'cause
Oh,
I
and the
think
poll is very split
the
right
apps that
now.
I've been using
38% say
actually,
open a new Japanese
by
set,
the,
and 36 are for
the
One
sets
Piece set.
themselves, so I could actually
Oh
see what
man,
the
he's gonna
latest
have
one
to do
is.
some convincing.
Let's see. Here's Lorcana. So sets and series. Whoa. So the last one was called Attack of the Vine. Then there was Wilds Unknown, Winter Spell, Winters in the Well, Fabled, Reign of Jafar. There's the Azakalia's Island, Azurite Sea, Shimmering Sky, Ursula's Return, Into the
Text to
England,
speech.
Rise of the Floodborn, the first chapter.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's relatively new. It's actually relatively new. According to this, Attack of the Vine is the more recent one.
Okay. Chill lookup
Don't see
segment.
that one readily available.
Search
Maybe it's
engine
not out
moment.
yet. Yeah. What's the one before that? They're saying Wilds Unknown. Whoa, it's way expensive. Why? Maybe because that's the latest one. It's like in demand. Let me check. Yeah, it's way expensive, that latest box.
I'm sure you can get one. Come on. All you need is one. And you're like an affluent guy. You can make the investment. Come on. I thought it
So
was an
started in
investment.
Early July. Yeah, the price ranges from anywhere from $150 all the way up to $400. The current price being $300. It just seems overly expensive for me to try something. Winter Spell. I'm trying to look at these different ones. Also way expensive. This one's even more expensive. Okay. Whispers in the... I'm trying every single one. Whispers in the Well.
Okay.
I
Can
don't
you
even
at
see
least
that one
like
available
tell us?
yet,
We
right
can't
now.
see
I'm sure I could find it
anything.
if I looked other places, but
Very nice.
okay. I'm trying to find one that's like easily available that I could get right away and it wouldn't be insanely expensive. Because I'd be down to try it this week.
Yeah, you can. Come on. Get it while it's hot.
No.
Everybody's looking forward to
it's not
DSP's
there either.
elite takes on the value of the cards and
Okay,
recognizing
so Reign of Jafar.
like
this would
20%
be
of the characters.
This one would obviously be all Aladdin themed, although it looks like it's not. Like when I look at it, it's not all Aladdin themed. It's got Rapunzel on the box. It's got Minnie Mouse on the box. Why are they on the
It's
Reign of
perfect
Jafar?
for
I guess
you,
it's
dude.
just a general
It's
guide.
perfect for this Mickey Mouse ass
It's just a
stream. Come
general
on, get
guide.
it.
It's not
You can
necessarily
put the
100%.
fucking white gloves on. Get the white gloves back.
all those cards. Oh,
The gloves that he put on in the beginning because that's how he thought he was gonna like not damage the cards, and everybody made fun of him, and he just took them off, and eventually Loki said that he was doing them so people could talk about it. Which
actually,
yeah, he baited us again, you guys. We fell for the bait.
No, so remember I just said the One Piece set, it's called Adventure on Kami's Island. The whole set is not just about that. It has other characters. Like, I was looking at the cards, it's like, oh, Brooke is there, and Boa Hancock, like, they were way later in the timeline. Why would they be in that set? Because it's not exactly, you know what I'm saying? It's not exactly the same. Okay. So right now, just for the record.
Oh yeah, the poll is still.
Polling is going.
Well, I
It's
guess the One
absolutely
Piece
bizarre.
still in the lead.
On the kick side, people say redo an English Pokemon and then do a One Piece as the second. On the YouTube side, people are saying do a new One Piece set as the most amount of votes, and the least is redo the English set.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got 2 polls. How are you gonna
So it's
run 2
split,
polls for the same thing, man? Don't
But, I mean,
listen to
more
the
than-
kick
about
chat.
half the
They're
people on
trolling with
YouTube,
you
so
anyways.
About 60 to 70 people voted for One Piece, while only 20 people voted for the English Pokemon, and 17. So all right,
He's not
overall,
getting
One
botted
Piece
today,
won.
by the way. He's at
Overall,
302.
One Piece won this poll. Okay. You know what we can do? We can do both. We could do. We
Hey,
could try Lorcana, but we could also get another One Piece.
what a
box.
generous and
So that would
compromising
be the
king.
next stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing here says so. Lorcana originally was all Disney stuff, and fans were eagerly awaiting Pixar, and now the latest boxes have Pixar. Hence, that's why they're in demand and are more expensive. Rumor has it Marvel will be added eventually. Okay, this all makes sense. So the Jafar set, I could actually get pretty easily. And what's the other one? Archezea's Island. Let's see here.
Okay,
even
we're
say
back to
Archazea-
doing this
Archazea.
thing again.
Not Archezea,
Is
Archezea's
this supposed
Island.
like just do it off stream, man? You got
Yeah,
your
this one's
results
not
from the
readily
poll. Just
available.
decide what you're gonna
Have to
do.
wait
Do it
a
over the
week or
day
two.
off and get it over with. Cause like
Oh,
the level 1 podcast, and I'm being a very big stickler for rules and regulations and conditions right now and formats. The level 1 podcast was supposed to be officially where the real topics are discussed, like gaming news, like massive world events happening. You know, everybody was lining up to hear what Phil has to say about it. And then he made the daily show, the morning show, whatever fucking garbage. And that was just to sit there and wait until people click on the stream.
Maybe, hold on.
And now that's that thing.
Hold on. Okay, no. I could get it within a few days. Who the hell is Archezea? Archazia. Who is Archazia? Let me find this out.
Okay. Please share your screen. This is like the worst Teams meeting ever.
An
Can you
original
share your
Asian
screen,
character
sir?
and Master Illumineer from the Disney Lorcana trading card game universe, who serves as a central focal point. Oh, they made her up. No wonder I didn't know who she was. Yeah. Okay.
It never happened.
All right, so maybe, I mean, to be honest, we could possibly do both, right? We could try a box of Lorcana, and we could do a new set of One Piece, and maybe that's what we could do. So we'll finish One Piece, finish Pitch Black, do the Pal World, then either go to Lorcana or go to
Oh, and I guess the
One Piece or vice versa. It doesn't.
the thing with what was that? Argentinian memberships. I think that whole thing got resolved because he hasn't been getting any in the last like month. And it was supposed to be updated on the 17th of August, but I guess they just did it already.
matter, and that'll probably get us through.
But like at some
very
point, there was no point to doing them. There was a point to doing them in the beginning because you get to pay him a penny and ruin his fucking weekly show, which was the DSP Reacts thing. That was a big emergency. And eventually it just became a thing for a guy to just not be funny at all,
Next week, right?
which is like all the troll tipping, but still. That was funny at one point.
Okay. Very good. Layla says there's over 10 cards in that Jafar set worth over $200. It's a great set to try. And I could get that. The Jafar one's available. That Archazia is available. Basically, it looks like anything from that era, like early this year, is available. The latest boxes, it looks like, are in demand right now, like you said, because Pixar's in them.
So those are going to be too expensive and probably take too long to get here. All right, this is exactly the feedback that I was looking for. All right, so
Hey, what a coincidence. Phil's chat told him exactly what he wanted to hear after he had to tell them what he wants to hear, so they could tell him back to him.
You know, on my day off tomorrow, I'll look at everything and I'll determine what I want to do. I'll probably put in an order or two.
I thought that's what you just did.
And we'll go from there. Cool. Sweet. All right. Good stuff. Thank you for the feedback, right? Now let's talk about the games that I played this week and what. Ready?
Let's do schedule. But now he can show you the screen. He can do it now, and he's burning.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire this morning. So here's how everything went.
Oh, this can
Pokemon
get
Brilliant
skipped
Diamond
easily, but
comes
I'll
out
just put it
decently,
on
but not great. What I
1.5.
mean by that is we get good attendance and engagement. Support is up and down for that game. I still want to keep playing it. I mean, we've been playing it for a long time now, so I am going to keep it in the rotation, okay? We're already to the point where we just finished the Dialga boss fight, which is the legendary of the game, and now we're going to head into the final gym, and then I guess the Elite Four, and then technically the end of the game. So that's coming up in the next several streams of it that we do next week. However, this is very important. Everyone, please listen, okay? So, you ready?
I'm ready. Once you're done banning people.
Pokemon is becoming a night stream next week.
I guess I think ALT is back today, so people have been trolling like heavy in the
Pokemon has been
chat.
a daytime stream for a very long time, okay?
Yeah, is this a view audit? I can't hear what he's saying. ALT's way behind.
Next week, we've got multiple new games coming out. I need day streams to try new games. It's just that simple. That's how it works, okay? Pokemon is not a new game, okay? It's a remake of an old Pokemon game. You know, other things have to take priority, and I apologize to those who love Pokemon are going to be upset. Like, for example, I know Matthew already posted up and was like, well, if you make it a night stream, that means that I'm going to miss streams, and or I'm going to have to, like, have a weird sleep schedule. I hear ya. Sorry. I can't please everyone. I've tried to please the Pokemon fans since the fall when we did Pokemon Legends ZA. There's always been Pokemon in the rotation. We have to basically downgrade Pokemon at this point. To be frank, the streams aren't doing as well. I still like it, and I want to keep it in the rotation, but we need to play it less, and we need to focus more on other games. So, Brilliant Diamond will continue next week, but it becomes a nighttime stream starting Sunday, okay? There you go. Final Fantasy, I already told you, is doing exceptionally well. The streams have great attendance, engagement, and support. The videos on demand are just doing okay.
Yeah, Pokemon is not getting the good shifts because it's not performing well.
So I'm not
Just
shocked
like
that
Cat.
It's not doing huge numbers or whatever. At the same time, the streams are doing outstanding. So let's keep going, okay? That's going to remain as night streams next week to balance with Pokemon, FYI.
And ban.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. Let me put it this way. The streams end up being very chill. We have a great audience for that game who come by.
So much spam in his chat, man. So many people just shit posting shit. No one is talking about this. Like, no one is actually talking about this.
Around to say what to do, what order to do the content.
They're just spamming and trolling.
Very chill game full of content. The graphics are great, but yeah, it's fallen off. Meaning attendance is lower now and support. Last time we played, I made $80, and that was for the long stream. You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna keep it in the rotation.
Come on, man, give me a fucking break.
It's not going to be as frequent once the new games come out. We are going to keep playing it as daytime stream, but I need to focus on the new stuff more, just so you know. It'll stay in the rotation, but because it fell off a bit, it's going to be played less. Dark Souls 2.
Dude, there was a time when he was broke where he would hit like the level 1 tips goal. Well, I guess he would get to like 100 and he would say that's okay.
Should use, right? It
But
really
now
does.
Assassin's
And
Creed's
it's been
falling
a fun,
off.
interesting, and crazy run. to
Which,
say-
like, if you watched any of his Assassin's Creed gameplay, it's legit like the most mind-numbing, brain damage-inducing content on YouTube. Period.
We're playing it again today. We just did Drenglade Castle, as you can see right here, and now we're heading into Shrine of Amana. Man, it's an ultra challenging run with the lighting. Like, it's been so hard because I have to keep farming torches and stuff. But it's working, right? Like, people show up for it. I really hope that you guys will support it. There have been some slow Dark Souls streams, just for the record. There's been some streams that have been low support streams, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. But then other days, people get excited for it. So it's kind of up and down. It will continue for now. Like I said, I want to keep playing it over August. I would love to do the DLCs, but I have to see what happens. If it ends up kind of dying out because now new games are coming out, then we're probably just going to end it at the standard ending. We're probably not going to do the DLCs. I want to do the DLCs. Let me make this abundantly clear. I want to do them, but I need people to actually support the game. Okay? Okay. So that's what's going on right now. And Pal World ended, as you all know, and I've seen some of the most hilarious crash outs over this. Not me. People
What?
reacting to
The
it.
trolls?
Oh, how dare he
He's seen hilarious crash outs? What?
not play
Not
Pal
even
World?
his crash out was
Play it
hilarious.
only because of money and this and that. And it's like, guys, I like Pal World. I made this abundantly clear. I like
Okay, hold on. We're getting some juice here. Let's slow it
the
down.
game, and I wish to keep playing it. But when the entire audience on stream complains when I play it and says it's boring and no one supports the stream, I have to do the right choice because I'm an entertainer. I don't.
Hey, since when? Since when are you an entertainer? I thought that if you were bored on DSP stream, that's because you're boring. Implying it's not his job to be an entertainer, but now he is?
Entertain myself. I stream to entertain you. That's the point. That's my job. Does that make sense?
Since when? I thought you were just like, you know,
My content
begging.
is for public consumption,
And the idea is that you watch it, you enjoy it, and you reciprocate. That's what allows me to make a living. If that doesn't happen, then I have to do other things. With Pal World, people didn't show up. They did not engage. They did not support, and they actively complained it was boring. Twice. First, when the game first came out in 2024, and again now. So how is it my fault? Because people crash out.
You took this personally. People are crashing out.
Oh, you're only about the money. You're only about this. What the hell are you talking about? Where were you? I played the game. I liked it. No one showed up. So what do you want me to do about that? Play a game no one wants? Are you stupid?
Who are you talking to? Is this like his own fans at this point? I think it is.
Providing a product no one wants. Does it ever work? I mean, I would say that's probably some of the worst business decisions ever. Remember the Wii U, the console no one wanted?
Oh, bro, come on.
I don't want to fail. I want to succeed in life. I want to be, someone who has some relevance that can entertain an audience that will then allow me to enjoy my life by reciprocating with support. So I have to play things you want. Crashing out and yelling at me saying that, it's all about the money. No, it's about being smart, not being a dumbass. This is not my hobby. I don't stream for free. This is my living. This is how I...
So this whole time, he wasn't even talking about duty. He was just talking about like a fan of his complaining. And he had to complain about him complaining.
Support my family. If you don't get that, grow up. Okay? Grow up. 2 words. Grow up. This is reality now. This is not fantasy life. This is not rainbow and unicorns land. This is not the fantasy world of the internet because you grew up completely linked to the internet your whole life and you think that everything is magical. It's not. In reality, people have to do things that constitute work that will then allow them to earn a living so that they can survive. I have to play things that you guys want that you'll then say, oh, this is good. And
wow.
Support it. Hence, like with Final Fantasy VI, what's going on right now. Okay, people are loving it and they're supporting it, so I'll keep playing it. Pal World didn't work twice. I like the game. I think it's great. I would love to keep playing it. If I do, it'll be offline for my own personal amusement. It won't be online because you guys didn't like it, period. If you don't like that, grow up.
When was the last time you did it? You played it offline. Come on, Phil.
Don't crash out and yell at me. I'm not the one that didn't show up and didn't support the
Stop
stream.
crashing out. I'm going to yell at you and therefore crash out myself. We're both going down. And you need to take a nice sip. Yeah, you got dehydrated by this.
What's going on? No more Pal World. Pokemon now becomes a night stream. We continue with Final Fantasy VI, which is doing great. We continue with Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and Dark Souls 2, which aren't doing as well, but we'll keep going with them for now. And next week, we have a couple...
And one guy just got banned for saying, at dspgaming, I was really upset you stopped playing Pal World. I thought it was fun, and everyone was being engaged. It seemed like you stopped because you only made $7. And this guy is... Yeah, this guy is trolling.
Things going on, so let's
look at his message history.
Just chill for the rest of
He's
the
just
morning.
like bad bait.
The rest of the podcast, excuse me, what a faux pas. See that? So here we go. Ready? Next week we have the release of Beast of Reincarnation. This game is a huge question mark. A huge question mark. All right. No one knows if it's going to be good. It's from Game Freak, the makers of Pokemon. That's what they're known for. This is their first, major non-Pokemon outing in ages. So will it be good? I don't know. It comes out on Tuesday. It's a Game Pass game. We're going to give it a try. Okay? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be complete garbage. Who knows? But it's worth trying and seeing if it's entertaining. If it is, we'll keep it in the rotation. If we play it and we hate it, we won't play it again. Pretty simple cause and effect right there. Okay? Now also,
yeah, he's not gonna play this again. Like, in case you haven't
release
seen
of
it, I'll just show you what this is
the new
about.
fighting game. I tried the beta 1 week ago, and it was a mess. Okay,
Like,
The
he is
graphics
not
great.
playing this.
the world design, the character design, the gameplay elements seemed sound, but the game played like utter dog shit online. The ranked and casual matchmaking didn't properly work, meaning that you had to just play randoms in lobbies, and the connections were atrocious. So, if they don't fix that, this game will fail on PC. Now, I don't know if it's better on PlayStation, okay? But the game releases next Friday, but I'm not here next Friday. Let me reiterate that. I'm not here next Friday. I'm going to be here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm off both Friday and Saturday of next week.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's not gonna like this at all. But I mean, he's played like many games like this. It just doesn't seem like anything he's gonna play more than like 2 streams. Big up Scrappy CC for the 2. I thought he was a content curator. Oh yeah, that era. He stopped saying that very quickly. Let's check Big Go.
I'm gonna listen to the community and what everyone's saying online. If people outright agree that the PlayStation version is the definitive and better version, I'm gonna get it on PS5.
There's only like 8 mentions of the term content curator.
Online play works.
It's all in 2023.
PC. And
very specific.
I think we're gonna get good content
just in 1 month,
regardless, because it's gonna have offline content that has awesome plot lines based on teams of superheroes. Like there's the X-Men, there's the Avengers, there's a villains team, and each one has its own content, like a campaign to play. Plus, it's got arcade mode. So there is offline content to do. Even if the online's busted, we'll still get some out of it. But then, obviously, I want to play the game online. I would love to have an awesome, online time with it, learn the ropes, try to play competitively. I'm not saying that that will happen and I'll play it long term. I'm saying I at least want to give it a try. But it actually has to work. All right? So we're going to see what happens. All right? We're going to have to play it by ear. It's actually maybe a good thing I'm not playing it on release day, because if I did, I might have release day woes where the matchmaking doesn't work again and the game's just a hideous mess. So I'll come back to it in a couple of days after on that Sunday. I'll determine based on feedback online what's the better version, and that'll determine what I play that Sunday. Okay? Now, outside of Marvel ToeCon, there are a few things that are going on during the month. For example, the Gears of War E-Day beta also starts on Friday. So what I'll probably end up doing is playing Marvel
dude, he's going to get
Sunday,
stomped in that. I've seen
Monday.
some of the gameplay. It looks very good. Looks very
I'm
tight.
not sure if it's going to be going or not. I have to look into
That'd
that
be
to find
tough.
out the full information. But the good news here is there's nothing major going on in August till the end of the month. At the very end of the month, we have the Metal Gear Solid Collection 2, which is going to have Metal Gear Solid 4, which you guys have already expressed desire to see me play. And then we also have Resonance: A Plague Legacy, the new game in the Plague Tale line, even though it doesn't look like it has anything to do with the rats, which is kind of weird. So we do have a couple new games at the end of the month, but that means we have all month to focus on what we're doing, right? If we ended up playing Beast of Reincarnation, we'll have time. If we end up playing Marvel ToeCon, we have time. We can focus on the other games, get far in them, beat them, etc. So it's actually a good thing that we can focus on the games we're playing now and then get to the new stuff at the end of the month. Okay? Okay. So I have some shout outs to do. All right. And then we're going to chill for the rest of the show. Are we ready? So first off, I don't think...
Oh, I need to get my History Channel thing
I
ready.
just want to refresh to make sure that this isn't...
Is that it?
Okay, good.
No, I need the white font.
So we start off today...
I hate having to get shit ready
Deep
during a
Breather.
stream.
What a nice name. $2 super chat, and he says, Phil, I picked up Devil May Cry 2. You should replay it. I never played Devil May Cry 2. That's the one I skipped. I purposefully skipped it because if you remember, many years ago, they came out with I'm just gonna say his name is Dick. Okay, they came out with a collection, an HD collection on PS3, I think it was, and I had never played Devil May Cry at all. Okay, so I played 1 and I played 3. Later on, I played 4. Then I played the newer ones. Then I played the reboot. The only one I never played was 2. Why didn't I play 2? Because you told me not to. Back then.
Oh, no.
Viewers
We?
actually reached out to me and said, Phil.
When? In like 2012?
Widely accepted as a mistake. It plays differently.
Oh,
than
they
the first
accidentally
one.
made it.
After 2, they went back when 3, and it plays more similarly to the first one. Like, they made a lot of bad decisions in 2. Okay? So I
Yeah,
guess
this is
you
a
can kind of
History Channel
compare it
segment, definitely.
to Dark Souls 2, which we're playing right now, where it really feels like a departure from the first game, and then in 3, it feels more like 1. That's what people said. So I never played Devil May Cry 2. I don't know if I would like it or not. Okay? Okay. Baddie for Life, 25 months as a member. So I hope you're doing well. I'm ready.
That
for
was
some
a lot of
Dark Souls
words
2,
to
and then
say
they dropped
no.
a £4.99
super chat. So let's see how the pounds conversion is today.
This always makes me laugh, the pound
Get a battery for
conversions
life for a
or any
670
sort of
super chat.
conversion. Let's see how the exchange rate is today. Oh, wow, it's went down.
Yes, we did a full playthrough together just a few months ago because I actually like Silk Song so much that I actually said, hey, would you guys want to see me go back and play Hollow Knight now? And everyone gave me a resounding reply, yes, we would like to see you go back and play Hollow Knight.
Oh, yeah. So this guy that just sent him a super chat to get unbanned that I think he is very distracted by. I think that's what he's distracted by. Very obviously, like, transparently distracted by. So this is by Zigzagger, the guy that I read a little bit about earlier. I was really upset you stopped playing Pal World. I thought it was fun and everyone was being engaged. It seemed like you stopped because you only made $7. This is like concern trolling. Because this guy had been like spamming, will you apologize to me about being wrong about the XP? And now eventually, maybe he was just actually like dented. Because now he's giving shout outs to Michael. And yeah, no, that's a LARPer. That's a LARPer. It's just like nowadays, there's some dudes that LARP every day to the point where they just become dents. And this is like one of them.
My screen, yeah, my thing's all
This
frozen.
one where
Sorry.
you're past
Oh,
the
that
event
exactly why my
horizon or
chat
the
froze. Okay.
vortex. You are now a
I
dent.
absolutely positively loved Silk Song. As hard of a game as it was, I loved the experience. People loved it too. And people asked me at the time, would you play Hollow Knight? And I said, sure. So earlier this year, we had some downtime, and I did a full playthrough of Hollow Knight, including the DLC content. And you can check that right here on the channel. It's live. In fact, I bought both the Silk Song and Hollow Knight t-shirts that I wear on streams occasionally because I like the game so much. Bilbo Swaggins did a 500 kicks. He says, you saying like a game is like a detective telling a suspect they're a good person, you're screwed when it
What?
happens.
Oh, you're gonna get the what treatment. Because that was a what worthy segment.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna get the animated what. And now you might even get the over analyzing and micro analyzing and turbo focusing on
Anyone have
something.
any idea what he just said?
Like, bro, you can read Jadenese. Come on. Like, we know you know what happened, even though that was very challenging to
Do I even
comprehend.
want to try to interpret it? Here's what I'm going to say. Bilbo Swaggins, thanks for the 500 kicks. I really appreciate that. However, you might want to try English next time that you send me a message. So we
Yeah,
all know what you're
stupid
talking about,
bitch.
okay?
Say that to Jade.
Just
I
so you
hope
know,
Jade gets
English
that.
is the common denominator language around here that people understand the most. So come back and try it. Okay. Jackathon. This guy's name is Jackathon. He did a $2 super chat. If everyone stopped tipping for all games, then what? Well, then there'd be no streamers. Because if people stopped tipping for content, no one would stream because you can't make a living doing it. Thanks
What
for your
about ad revenue, sponsorships, memberships?
And
subs?
Ziggler with a $2 super chat. saying,
You
"Oh, I
know.
was banned by accident. Can you please unban?" No, because I banned you on purpose because you were being a negative dick in chat. saying that I only quit Pal World because of money when I outright just explained fully what was going on. So your opinion's irrelevant and I don't want to hear it.
Your opinion is irrelevant.
Thanks for the $2.
Hey, big up Dan for the follow.
Alrighty then. All right, so we had a lot to talk about today. That was 50 freaking minutes, right?
Oh,
I
wait,
covered
we're done?
everything. Now I
Hopefully.
know. Probably get another piece, another set of One Piece, and maybe try Lorcana because we haven't tried it yet. See how they work, right? I'll also be doing some new stuff next week. We got a good variety of stuff going on with games right now. Everything's going good for the summer. I'm excited. Oh, by the way, when we come back on Sunday, I'll change my backdrop a little bit, but not too much. I think all I'm going to do, I'm going to change the panels back to the black again, and I'm going to have some fresh animations. I'll probably get some fresh animations here for August, so that you won't see the same ones over and over. But for the most part, I've enjoyed my backdrop as it's been. Okay, now the one thing that I'm thinking about doing is buying an actual real piece of furniture. For those who don't know, This is just a crappy metal stand that I've had for like over a decade.
Oh, yeah,
all I
okay. Now
over the
renovations.
top,
We need to upgrade the
and
stream.
I put shit on it. That's it. Okay? It's trash, okay? But it served its purpose. I've updated my set. I've already gotten rid of the stuff that was on the one side, right? Now we have stuff here on my actual desk. That's what this is, my actual desk that my monitors and everything is on. So I think maybe it's time to get rid of this. So what I'm going to do, likely in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try to find a piece of furniture to put here, whether it's like a stand, a bookcase, something. I'm thinking transparent, because if it's transparent, then you can still see the lighting through it. You know what I mean? You want
No, no more lights, man.
Something that's glass or plastic.
Oh, it's gonna be the worst.
But what I want to do.
This is like, because I've been saying this is the one thing that definitely make his stream look like poverty and like makeshift put together bootleg stream. But I think the next thing is gonna be more obnoxious. It might even have RGBs in it.
More
To illuminate
Like, I wanna
the
have a shelf
collection
here
of
where maybe I can
cards.
put classic games, and I can still have my cards up top, or maybe vice versa, have the cards down here and have the classic games up here. Because now we have the classic games that I cleaned up and I put into storage, and I want to display some of them. And I think what I could do is I could alternate those out, but then when we have holidays, like it's Halloween, maybe I could have some Halloween decorations down there, you know? Because right now I'm kind of limited with my space, and like I don't want to really like people are, well, where's the signs? Where's the game over sign? Where's the ghost? I don't really want to put those up right now because I don't have room. I already have this guy and then the cards, and there's no room for anything, right? So I think what I will do is
Sure.
over
Well,
August,
all
I
of that
will-
shit was like really tacky and really like immature. It was actual like children's decoration. You would put in like a kid's room.
for something, all right, that will.
I just hate the Divoom. I think the Divoom is like entirely pointless. Even though, yeah, it does play some like related to the content things. It's just like a billboard in the background. It's so like useless.
Basically,
If it had like a scroll, if the leaderboard was on there, I would get it. Or some like more like interactive thing. Maybe you could change the image with different chat commands or something. Of course, that would get trolled, but you know what I mean.
place this stand. and
This is
we'll
just
have
like a
more to the background.
slideshow
Right
of
now,
stuff.
I'm very limited with what I can do with it.
Oh,
So
the,
what
yeah,
I'm
the
just gonna do for
schedule.
August right now is I'm just going to update the animations and probably swap to the black panel.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You
That's
could
gonna
scroll
be
the
our
schedule.
August backdrop, okay? And then we'll see if I can get something new for this side over the course of the month. Fair enough? Now, I think you guys have enjoyed my return to classic animations. The feedback I was getting in early July was that the animations were way too complicated, and therefore you wanted more simple. So I went back to the simple animations, and I have had 0 complaints.
What does it mean,
So
complicated
what I'm thinking is
animations?
keep those animations for now, and then maybe when we head into the fall, then I swap them out for new ones or different ones. And of course, when we hit Halloween,
I think what
Christmas, we're
people
gonna
said
have
is that they were too
animations as
annoying.
well, but that's a ways
Which
off,
they were,
okay? So
and
just
still
to
are.
Tell you, I know that usually every month, we have a situation where I kind of swap out stuff. But in
And
this case,
somebody's
I don't
getting
think I'm gonna swap
banned.
much. I'm just gonna update animations, do a
Hey,
little
what
graffiti.
kind of a flex
Every-
was that, dude? He tried to flex on a guy he just banned. He obviously just banned somebody. Let me just check. So this is at 26. What the hell? Yeah, we got this. Hey, Oos, I win Pal World. I joy pals, Oos, like I joy so on, so on. J Denise. This guy got banned and flexed
Every
on.
month, we have a situation where I kind of swap out stuff. But in this case, I don't think I'm gonna
Yeah,
swap much.
yeah, look at that. Looking at himself.
Update animations,
Nice
a little bit of
flex.
backdrop change, but for the most part, it'll be the same for August.
Good
until I
job,
find
Phil.
Something nice to put.
So handsome.
Okay. Good stuff.
Stop doing
right?
this. You're gonna arouse everybody.
Alrighty then.
Oh, we got a nice little buffer. I can speed this up.
All right, guys. So we have.
And I think from next week, by the way, I'll probably do more stuff on Twitch. I'm cooking something with somebody else, like a kind of a different format. And I will be on YouTube for the actual regular like SWAYCAST in the European afternoon, most likely.
I wanted to talk about, and what I would say now is we still have some time left to kind of chill for the end of the.
And eventually, I'm gonna do the Steve Cambion thing that I've been talking about wanting to watch for like a million years because I never watched his interview with Steve Cambion.
Cast.
I just
So,
saw some highlights.
Go ahead and type in the chat and tag me so I know that you're talking to me. And let's see what you
And
guys
I
wanna talk
also,
about. We'll do
like-
a little bit of Q&A.
I don't think I watched the Stuttering Craig one. I don't think I watched the Keemstar one. There's a lot of that era because I was so busy with work. I just couldn't bother. And he was annoying as fuck because he was talking about how much he was winning all the time. And detractors were annoying as fuck because they actually believed it. And they started seething about how much he was winning. And in the end, he snaked everybody, including himself.
To end the show today before we start up Dark Souls 2. And by the way, thank you to those who supported early. Remember how it works. On the streams, I open TCG cards at the end of the stream on a show.
Hey,
called
banging.
Pack Rips, depending on the levels of support that I receive. Okay? If you do a
ESP
$50
Pack Rips.
contribution, that's a guaranteed pack of cards to be opened. If we hit $100 cumulative support on the stream, that's a pack. $150, that's a pack. $200, that's a pack. Okay? We have bigger milestones. If someone does a $100 contribution, we open a more premium pack of Prismatic Evolutions, which we have 2 left of. If we hit $250 of cumulative support, that's another premium pack. Okay? So today I have 3 packs left of One Piece: The Time of Battle, and there was a bonus pack that was given to me.
Oh
by the
yeah, it's
seller,
that
a
thing that they
Japanese
gave
pack of
him,
the
and
One Piece
he
set
pretended it was like
So
really
if we
special,
finish those
even
3
though
packs
it's
of
just a
One Piece in one
freebie.
go, I will open a bonus pack of Japanese cards for you. So we'll get to see the difference between the Japanese and the English version of One Piece while we do that. Okay? So if we open all 3 packs of One Piece, I'll open this as well as a bonus, okay? Then once we're done with the One Piece, we go back to my box of Pokemon Pitch Black. We're not even halfway through that box, so there's definitely more hits in the box. And then after that, we got the Pal World cards coming, and then I'm going to have other stuff I'm going to order for next week. Like I said, maybe Lorcana and maybe another box of One Piece, okay? Okay, so that is what we're doing today. All right, so I see there's quite a lot of trolls today. You want to know why? Because we had such a great week, and last night was so well supported.
Oh yeah, everybody's
My trolls
mad
can't
now.
stand it. Okay, they literally can't take it.
No.
They're going nuts. They're losing their mind.
You're not
They're
even
tearing
getting
their
botted
shirts
today,
off.
man.
They're
Calm
so
down.
upset that DSP is successful playing Final Fantasy VI.
Well, we're getting naked?
He's opening cards, he's getting jumped.
I'm so mad I'm getting naked.
Giant hits, you know, big rare cards. They can't stand it. So they're sitting here with massive amounts of stock accounts today, screaming, crying, bitching, complaining, soiling their dirty diapers live as I stream. They just can't control their wrath. Very nice. I know, Layla, and I
I
apologize.
mean, I didn't even see like many of those guys getting banned to be seething. Because, you know, usually they would say some like really cruel shit. But sometimes it's just like the regular spam. The type of shit that I just read that you can see on the ban tracker.
There's so many annoying people in chat today. I apologize for it. Okay?
So many annoying people in chat. Like, bro, your fucking chat, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Even the page refreshed, and I lost all my
Decision
progress.
to do based on the digital movement that most people are buying digitally these days.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're going to get to this eventually. Let's just try and farm for something else. But we're going to talk
back
about
on
the Sony
Sunday.
segment.
I'll change my backdrop a little today.
Okay.
I apologize for it.
Oh, yeah,
Says
here we are.
The Pal World booster boxes were $50. Well, guess what? Now they're $200 because now the people have their hands on them, opening the cards, seeing the quality, and now they're trying to resell and scam. So because I got in at ground level and bought a box, I may be good. Like they're actually saying there's like 3 or 4 cards in the set that are going to be very valuable. We'll see what happens when I get them. It's 12 packs of 7 cards, so that's what, 84 cards? Maybe I'll get a good one. We'll see. They're really not. They still believe that
Oh, hold on.
these idiots are saying in your chat your cards are fake, even though we watched.
They're
you open them
fake
live. Yes,
cards.
these people are,
Who is saying they're fake, man? They're fake?
they're not smart.
Like counterfeit?
They're really not. They still believe that I ordered that Mega Greninja EX as a single rather than in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I mean, you didn't disprove any of that, even though you made like a big song and dance about trying to disprove it and then disprove nothing.
Nuts. These people are fucking crazy. The shit that they say, because again, they can't cope with reality. These people grew up online. They don't have a real life. Like to us, right now.
Oh, this is now. Oh, I hate this. This History Channel getting turned on. But I hate how this is now a generational thing. The whole generation hates him, and it's because they're like terminally online. Because he saw it on Twitter.
As a rational thought, here's what
But like, bro, he is more online than like most people of the current generation. Considering that his like digital identity is way more popular and prominent than his physical identity. Like, no one cares about Phil Burnell. And there isn't much of Phil Burnell. Like, he's online all the fucking time.
I want you to do.
Except one day a week that he tells us all about.
All right, I'm serious. Look away from your screen. Don't look at me right now. You can listen to my voice, but don't look at your screen. Look at your room. Look at all the nice stuff around you, right? Where you live. That's reality. You see that? That's you. That's the real you living in real life. What you're seeing on your screen right now,
This is so theatrical.
This isn't your reality. But for some people, this is reality. Like the internet, this la-la land of fantasy nonsense, this is their reality. They just live online, and that's their existence. They hate being away from the screen. The moment they're away from the screen, they can't handle their horrible lives and realities.
Bro, when your power went out, you said, what the fuck are we going to do? There's no power. There's no internet. Like, dude, come on, man.
So they lose.
Like, that's you.
So they may go crazy shit, and they group with people online in this virtual community of way nonsensical garbage, and they actually believe their own bullshit because they're fucking crazy. Okay? That's the people we deal with on a daily basis.
We deal with?
Not real people, not normal people, weirdos, bizarre, broken individuals. That's the kind of people that say this dumb shit. Normal people would never say that.
I don't know, man. I seen many of those people in your chat that would kind of qualify, that give you shout outs and money. They would qualify for exactly what you're trying to describe. Be careful,
Okay,
man.
we did not talk about that. Let's talk about it really quickly, Assassin Gamer. Sony made the...
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the one news item on the docket real quickly. We don't want to waste people's time with dumb shit when we could have been talking about Pokemon cards or other cards.
Announcement a couple weeks ago that they're no longer going to do physical media games starting in 2028. The entire industry shook. Everyone said, ooh, this is it. After GTA 6 announced no physical discs, now Sony's saying we're not even going to make physical discs anymore in a year and a half. Everyone freaked out. And, of course, there was a ton of backlash on the internet. Everyone saying, screw Sony. We're not going to forget this. We hate you. We're going to boycott. We're not going to buy. There's even supposedly like a 2-week boycott of Sony or something happening in August that gamers apparently are staging, okay? So how did Sony respond? Well, first, they didn't post on their social media for over a week. Then when they did, they completely ignored all the downvotes, all the negative comments, and everyone that slammed them when they started doing arbitrary normal posts again.
Well, they knew all of this was going to happen. Like, what do you think? They are fucking dumb as fuck? Which some corporations are. But when it comes to something like this, when you make a big announcement and doing something this drastic that will piss people off, you know you will piss people off and they will complain. So you just don't do like damage control, like weird shit. Just let them complain.
And it was just revealed today that internally Sony had one of their meetings, you know, talking about revenue and everything. And during the meeting, here's what management said. So we're well aware of the public outcry against us saying we're not doing physical media anymore. Yet we don't care.
Yeah.
We feel like it's the right decision.
What do you
to
think
do
they were
based
going
on
to say?
the digital movement that most people are buying digitally these days. So we're just going to do it anyway. And we think it's going to die out. It's not really going to have an impact. We're not really too worried.
Yeah, maybe they should have had like a long-winded segment talking about how something about their life. You need to give them sympathy and then blame it on their fans or on their trolls. They should have blamed this on Xbox. You know what? It's the fucking Xbox trolls. They're spamming all our posts. And then you try and get like a civil war. You try and get the console war back in 2026.
So there you go. That's officially what the management at Sony have said publicly. They don't care about anyone's feedback. They're going to do what they want, and they don't care about your feelings. So do with that as you may.
Yeah, for the record, I don't like this decision. I think it's really dumb. And even though it is bothersome to put in a disc and install stuff and have to take out the disc and put in a new disc when you decide to play something else, it is cool having a collection of games, a library that you have, and you can look at and be like, hey, these are my games. I like them.
If you feel that a company that outright says we don't care what our customer base says,
But it was going to happen eventually.
then by all means continue to give Sony your money. Buy games on Sony property, right, or Sony platforms. Buy Sony produced and published games. Buy more PlayStations and PlayStation accessories. Do that. If you feel like their decision is anti-consumer,
It is.
pro-greed, that they're trying to control the games marketplace. And
Every
make it so that
company is
people only buy
pro-greed.
games
It's
digitally, that they'll
capitalism.
Control the pricing. And if you think that this is predatory, don't buy Sony. Say, I refuse to buy Sony products. I will not buy their
But you will
consoles. I
buy
will not
it.
buy their controllers. I will not pay for PS Plus online. I will not buy their games at all. We'll boycott Sony. Because this is the absolute positive truth.
the absolute.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He accidentally pinned this guy. He accidentally pinned Hey Uzi, I hope you understand, Jay Denise. He pinned him instead of banning him. Oh my god. This is so funny. So funny I laughed.
Wait, by the way, I misclicked. Look at this. I just misclicked. I was trying to ban someone, and the YouTube chat is so delayed. Let me fix this. Okay. Wow, the YouTube chat is insanely delayed. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Because I saw it pop up in the bottom, and I'm like, what's going on here? Did his chat get hacked again? Is that the new thing? Because sometimes, you know, shit like this would just happen. Like, if you watch him get deplatformed off of, well, not deplatformed, unpartnered from Twitch, it just happened during one stream. Particularly boring stream, too. He was playing, like, anime game.
that is the absolute
Like
positive
Danganronpa.
only way you can tell Sony, this is what we don't want. You have to put your money where your mouth is, or in this case, you have to take the money away from where you don't think the company has the best interest, okay? So I'm not exaggerating. If you feel like it's a huge deal that Sony will no longer make physical games, you have to skip Marvel Tokon because that's a Sony-produced game.
What? No. I want to play
I'm
it.
not kidding.
I want to consume
If
the
you
product.
feel that Sony may be trying to do predatory practices and control the marketplace, and this is all their plot to make big money, you have to not buy GTA 6 on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and buy an Xbox just to be like out of spite. Like that's what he doesn't understand. Like, not gaming, especially in the literal like big 2026, is kind of becoming a more I don't know. I wouldn't say exotic. I would say kind of like a, you know, a I don't know how to say it. Not a prestigious hobby, but it's kind of expensive, you know. In like overall scale of the world, not everybody's gonna buy both consoles to have a choice. Not everybody's gonna have a gaming PC, especially this year when everything's been like up through the roof in terms of prices. Yeah, it is kind of a luxury hobby, even though that's kind of a strong word, but still, you know, if you're a grown-up person, you probably have enough money and you can save enough money to get a console, but to get two consoles, to get a console and a PC, it's just like you're starting to get priced out to the point where things are just kind of unreasonably expensive. Like, the Steam machine could have been great if it wasn't priced at $1,000 plus. You know, that could have been an affordable gaming PC, plug-and-play type of thing. It's tiny. It's got its own OS. It's essentially like a computer. But, you know.
You get what I'm saying.
So right now, you don't have much choice. And that's maybe why they decided to do it now, because they realized, like, okay, well, we have enough people on board with Sony who already have the PlayStation. They will buy these games in the future. Like, that's guaranteed. There's a lot of people who complain, but still will keep using PlayStation eventually once they stop complaining. And there's a subset that we might have lost, but this is what happens every time there's like a big market shift and you announce something that people are not going to like.
This is not a case where you can complain, but then you can't act. This is a case where if you complain, you have to act. This is not, oh, we hate Pokemon because Pokemon runs like shit. And then everyone runs out and buys the latest Pokemon game, even though it runs like shit, and makes it the best-selling Pokemon game of all time. You can't do that. Because if you do that, then no one will ever change, no one will learn, and everything will stay exactly the same. If you have a problem with Sony's stance right now, you have to take a stand and stop spending money on Sony. Because if they actually take a hit in their pocketbooks, then the management will say, oh, I guess we were wrong. Actually, everyone's opinion does matter.
No, they anticipated on taking that hit compared to like long-term profit. I guess they did the calculations. It's a major corporation, and many of them are just like running around like headless chicken, not knowing what to do and being really confused. But they have a bunch of people on payroll that consider all of this.
And we have to listen to feedback from the consumers. And we have to now make...
However, what they're fucking over, somebody said this earlier in chat, I agree with this. They could have done a different type of a physical medium. Like, I don't know, a USB flash drive or something. I don't know, man. It's their job to come up with it. And it could have been, I guess, unique to like PlayStation consoles or something. Because what they're just going to straight up kill is the used games market. When, especially I recently, after the announcement, started like collecting some games that I like that were like under $10, like all of them with the shipping and everything. And now I just got them here on the shelf, and I'm like, hey, this is my games. I like them. And many people do this to get cheap games or games that are unlisted. Because one of those that I bought was Drive Club that you just can't buy anywhere, supposedly.
Go games again. So it's your choice, okay? Want me to give you my take? Here's my take. I don't believe that this is a movement by Sony to control the digital marketplace and charge more. Even though...
And you know, like, that's the thing. If Phil was really that pro-consumer, he wouldn't be adopting the same gacha mechanics that all those companies he hates uses. You know?
Oh, they
he
have
just
done that
wouldn't
with
do
certain
that.
games. I actually don't think that's why they're doing it. I think this was inevitable. The writing was on the wall many years ago that physical media was going to go away once people bought digital. Now the internet has caught up. You can download every game digitally. Every game you buy on release day has an insane 20 gigabyte patch that is the real game updated, not what's on the disc or on the cartridge or on the card. This has been this way for many years, and I've told you this in my content in many years. This is it.
Yeah, man, everybody's been
Prepare
saying this.
yourself. And collectors and people who love physical media always gave me shit and said, no, Phil, rally against. This is ridiculous. No, no, no. And I said, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, they didn't say you were wrong. They said that they don't like that it's going to happen like this, which I agree with. I don't like that it's going to happen like this anyways.
What you think? It's coming. These companies are not going to continue to spend to create physical versions of games for you when it doesn't give them any added benefit. And what I said was the only real place that you're going to be able to get a physical game is the collector's edition.
Yeah, that's like, ultimately, I do think, outside of the used games market and all of that, the big problem is that you're entrusting your whole library onto this company, and at some point, they might just be like, hey, you know what? You're banned now. You're banned now. You lose access to all of this. You can't play online anymore. Or you're banned now for other reasons. Or our servers are unreachable. We can't verify your licenses. Because, you know, once you go like all digital, you just don't have any ownership of anything. And they did that. Like, this whole announcement got made a lot worse when they removed all these Studio Canal movies from their platform and just straight up took them away from people that owned them already, which is absurd and insane. Even if we're talking about like licensing restrictions or whatever, first you need to consider the customer when you're doing like licensing contracts like this.
You're spending extra money so that you can get the box, the disc or cartridge, right? The statue that it'll come with, the collector's edition content, the soundtrack, all that. You pay extra, then they will produce that for you. But outside of that, you're not going to be able to get a physical copy, okay? Just so you know. All right, so it was coming. I outright said this over the years, and I think people just wanted to live in La La Land and didn't want to listen to me. Well, now that time is here. It's actually coming to fruition right now. So here's the thing. Do I agree with the decision to get rid of physical games? Do you want to know the truth? I think I do. Because it doesn't make sense to produce a physical game that isn't the game. If right now they were making games that were on the disc and that was the game.
But that's not considered a physical game. If all you get is a box with a code to activate a digital item, that's not considered a physical copy. Like, that's just not.
Offline, great, but that's not the case. The moment you put the disc into your system, it says update, and then it downloads the real game. You can't even play these games without internet connection anymore. So it never was physical. For many years, like 5+ years, you haven't been able to buy a physical copy of a game. You're just buying a placeholder because people wanted these for their collections.
That's also kind of true, or at least not wrong.
It's just that people wanted to remain ignorant and live in some fantasy world. That's not how reality works. In reality, this is already happening behind the scenes. People just didn't accept it. Well, now it's already happened, okay? Now it's happening mainstream. No physical GTA. No physical games. Sony's phasing them out. If you just don't want to be a gamer anymore,
And I don't know why people are using Rockstar Games and GTA 6 as like industry standard, considering that game will sell even if it was like written down on a piece of paper and distributed by like, I don't know, pigeons. Because that's just going to sell. Like, if you think you're going to be Ubisoft and you're going to do the same thing and get like better sales or some sort of an improvement or any benefit, probably not.
And quit and go do something else as your hobby. But this is the future. It is an all digital future. You have absolutely nothing you can do about it. Now, what we can do is be proactive. We could try to set up laws and regulations and situations where these companies can't screw us, where you don't buy a game and then they decide 2 years later, oh, we don't have that game anymore. You can't play it, but I bought it. Too bad.
That depends. That depends. That's on a company basis. Some of them have the game on the disc. You can play it. Others, you need to download a patch, mandatory. You don't always have to do it.
That's exactly what Sony just did with their movie catalog. They let everyone pay for movies and then said, oh, we lost the licensing rights. You no longer have the movie. But I bought it. I paid $20 for the movie. Well, it's gone. It's deleted. That needs to be stopped. Someone should sue.
However, shut up, man. The one thing I'm very disappointed by, and I actually did not expect at all, in their statement, I think, or at least the bit that I listened to, there was no mention of reassuring customers that their digital items and their digital libraries will be some sort of like secure, or you would have some degree of ownership of the product that is transparent to you. Because if you're doing damage control for backlash this massive, you need to kind of like think of like a consolation prize. You need to give something to the people that they're going to feel good about. And they just kind of didn't. They didn't do any of that.
And a law should be made to protect consumers from that kind of behavior. Okay, that's predatory behavior.
Or at least like, that's the one thing that I would settle. When you consider the Stop Killing Games initiative and all of that, I would think every single game, even if you're like a multiplayer battle royale thing, should have an offline mod where you can play as much as you want and against bots or something. You would get like a similar experience. Because some of those games still have it, and you can go back and play a game that got the server shut down 1 million years ago and still play it.
But it is. However, the physical games are going away. If you can't handle it, quit being a gamer. There's nothing you can do about it. You don't control the cards here. The companies
Quit
do.
being a gamer.
So you can gnash your teeth, you can whine, you can stomp your feet, you can complain, you online yelling. The executives have outright just told you, we don't care. So if you quit spending money, if you quit being a Sony gamer, then maybe Sony will listen. But if you continue to buy the Sony stuff, nothing will change. So you have no right to complain. In my case, it doesn't really affect me. I wasn't buying physical copies anyway. So I'm going to continue to buy whatever I want digitally, wherever I want, and it's fine. There you go.
Hey, Jay, I do think I saw your message earlier, but I was thinking of something else. Hey, big up Sneed Feed for the 5, dude. Hold on, let me give you the TTS.
It will take a Wing-style account hack for him to begin going against the always digital future.
No, I mean, like, that's that would be, like, incredibly funny and very exciting. But I don't think he's going to make much of a difference to his stances, like any of his stances about this thing. And here he's just like, I guess he's talking from the perspective of a guy who saw the writing on the wall, but everybody fucking did. Like, you could see that was going to arrive eventually. Like,
Okay.
CDs and Blu-ray discs are kind of out of fashion right now. But that's the thing. They're out of fashion, and there's no new thing. There's no next thing. There's no, like, I don't know, like I said, you know, a USB drive. Everything got a USB now. You can have a USB Type-C drive with a game on it where you can make them as large as you want so they can fit the whole game. It's like plug and play.
Ryan Cover says, man, reality is so depressing. Yeah, I know. That's life, man. Life is not everything. Everyone always becomes the winner. Life is not the right thing always triumphs. That's just the truth of it. In reality, a lot of the times in life, it's about making do the best you can, right? Just understanding that sometimes there's necessary evil, that life is not black and white, but a lot of shades.
Is he talking about his bankruptcy?
And sometimes you just got to get by, and accepting that not everything can be a win at all times.
Like, bro, for you, that means you show up on stream and trauma dump on your audience until they give you enough money to get by. Like, you're not inspirational. Like, this would be cool if it was some, like, musician that started off as, like, a homeless orphan or something like this. Nah, man, you've been living in a gated community for, like, 12 fucking years. You're not an inspirational story. You're not the guy who's gonna have, like, a speech about how tough life is and how you can overcome difficulties. Your difficulties are just things that people throw money at you for, and you still spend the money on something else.
That's life. And a lot
That's
of people
life.
can't live with that. And they lose their minds, or they delude themselves. It's this realm of fantasy. These people who live online all the time.
Phil, that's
The
you.
most important thing to do today is complain about something on the internet, when in reality, their entire life is insanely easy. Everything is provided to them with
How do you know that?
no actual
How do you know that? That's what's happening to you. That's literally what's happening to you. Food delivered. Stuff for the house delivered. Stuff for Jasper delivered. Pokemon cards delivered. Like, everything is just brought to you, man, like a king. Like, you don't know how people live. You don't know what people have to go through. You don't know people getting up to go to fucking work and having to travel, like, 1 hour to get to work.
strike.
Like, you don't know any of that shit. What are you fucking talking about? How are you, like, David Goggins now?
Life, stress, risk. They've got all the resources they need to live. Everything's great. So they have the liberty, the privilege to just live online and complain all day. To some people, saying goodbye to physical games is actually the most important issue ever.
I mean, maybe they post about it on Twitter because they're actually passionate about it. Because it would seem like to you the most important issue ever is what card game you're going to play.
In reality, you should be worrying about food on the table, your health, your family member. You know, that's the important stuff. Instead, no physical discs. Okay?
What?
It's a fucking video game.
What kind of a point is that supposed to be? Dude, come on. You, out of all people, you can't say it's a fucking video game. You're the one guy on this planet that can't say it's a fucking video game. Because it's a fucking video game yourself to, like, your whole livelihood. That's your whole livelihood. Imagine if somebody told him, Phil, you just play video games. He's going to lose his fucking mind. Video games are so much more important to him than, like, the average guy. Because even, like, the average person I've talked to about the physical media going out offline, they didn't even, like, have any. They didn't know about it. They were like, oh, man, that sucks, but I just buy it on Steam. I just buy keys on G2A. Like, come on, dude. Oh, yeah, and also, like, the Burger King complaining about his delivery being late. Like, man, that's you. It seems like you just hate yourself, which is also what you accuse your detractors of doing. They're hating on you because they just hate themselves somehow.
Okay.
But, yeah, you just complain about all this shit that you are, like, a prime example of.
You look at it from a different position. Can you see how far gaming has come since the time when we were kids? Exactly. When we were kids, games were insanely primitive, bleeps and bloops on the goddamn screen that barely represented what they were supposed to be, right? Everything came on a giant clunky cartridge or a floppy disk. It took 70 years to load. You know, you were using primitive controllers that broke in your hands as you tried to play it. Now, today, we got the most crazy advanced shit going on, and people still complain. I know.
History Channel segment. This
What
is
other
not.
websites do you think
Oh, dude. It's maybe it's just me, but I've been noticing this more and more recently to an extent that, like, actually just fucking chaps my ass. The actual, like, not just the History Channel segments, but the old man yelling at cloud segments are there's so fucking so much of that is just hating on a generation that he's never actually encountered or interacted with. Because let me tell you something about this generation. Yes, they might have grown up in front of an iPad. They might have, been doing the 6-7 all day. They might be talking about ChatGPT about stupid shit. And they might be retweeting, like, stupid clips like the whipping up poo in the kettle.
He was whipping up shit in the kettle.
But those people, when it comes to streaming and making video game related content, somebody who is like 12 to 14 years old can blow this motherfucker out the water because they've actually watched this and they understand what makes this fun. So him crying about about kids these days is not a great take because kids these days are infinitely better at what he does than he has ever been or ever will be. Like, they know how OBS works. They're going to ask ChatGPT, Claude, hey, help me out with this. Help me set up this. Within a week, they're going to get more views than him. Within a month, they're going to be like triple.
Sony waited for GTA 6 launch year to do this. Not only do I think Sony waited, are you ready for this? I actually think Sony knew GTA 6 was not going to have a physical copy because Rockstar told them ahead of time, and they planned their announcement for directly after the GTA 6 announcement, so it would soften the blow. 100%.
Well, how does that make sense?
Conspiring with each other to do it like that, so that
Well, that's also called business. Don't try and make this into like a conspiracy theory.
would all hit at the same time. I really believe that Rockstar and Sony talked about it and planned this all out.
Yes, it was all cooked up behind the
Absolutely.
scenes, which is
This
entirely
not massive
possible.
Coincidence? Absolutely not.
It's entirely possible. Like, Sony probably knew about this, like, what, 2 years in advance? They were probably preparing for this announcement for at least a year. So I don't really know what the complaining is all about. But, you know, like, that Sony's the type of corporation to give money for, what was that game? Concord? You know. So, yeah. They're not almighty. There's just one almighty. Anyways, a moment of silence, I guess.
One Piece arc? Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh, no, we're not doing this. I do not give a fuck.
It was so different, and I should go works to determine, you know, which one, because I'm probably forgetting some, just quickly thinking in my head. I would say
He's being a fake fan again.
The Alabasta arc, except for some of the crappy filler.
Okay, anyways.
The working here says it's a privilege to be angry about games or internet drama. The working man trying to pay bills doesn't have time to complain about internet things. You're right. And guess what? If you tell the normal, average person, the working man, about this shit on the internet, they'd be like, what are you, a fucking weirdo loser? Who cares about that?
Okay, so what is that? What is that implying? That you're a weirdo loser, Phil? Because that obviously affects you. Like, have you told people offline what you do for a living? Did they call you a weirdo loser? Because you're a weirdo loser way more than anybody else, because you actually sit here and talk about this shit all day. And a bunch of other really dumb shit that would make you way more of a weirdo loser than just caring about video games. And the video game industry in particular. This is not even like a video game problem. It's an industry issue.
Seriously.
That could expand to like all tech. Even though, well, gaming is kind of... Gaming, or maybe like the movie. I don't know if movies still come out on Blu-rays.
Normal people,
honestly,
when they
I
hear
don't
about
know.
This shit that goes down on the internet, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you care? Why would anyone spend time on that? Don't you have things to do? And the answer is no. People who don't have things to do and have everything provided for them sit on the internet all day acting like fools.
Hey, big ups Respawn Icon for the 5.
Meerkat,
That's a good
do you
question.
find yourself liking Phil on any way from covering him so much? Is there anything you like, or is it pure contempt?
Like, here's the thing, man. The things I can give him credit for are all like negative. You know, of wasting time and being able to wrangle a fan base and filter through them to get to like the rawest dents and exploit them. But that's not like a positive thing that I can say I like about him. I think when you hate on somebody, you need to be fair to the extent where if they do something nice, you can acknowledge it and be like, okay, this guy sucks, but he did something nice. And I try to do that with him whenever is valid, but it's just not fucking valid. It's just not, man. So, like, no. I guess the answer is no. There really isn't much to find here. In terms of a person, in terms of a content creator, there really isn't, like, redeeming qualities. I mean, he's not, like, a murderer and human trafficker. You get it. But he's just a very mean-spirited, bitter, annoying person that you don't want to be around. Which is kind of mystifying because his whole job is to be a person you want to be around so you can watch his videos. That's kind of what makes it such a paradox, and that's kind of what gets me engaged to watch what's gonna happen, because he is such like he's so backwards to everybody else. If it was like a EDP scenario, you get it. There's an outcome. You can make a quick conclusion. But with this guy, is like an eternal like paradox. He is so lame. He's such a drain on you and your mental state, like quote unquote. He's so annoying to hang out with. Yet people just seem to be attached to him. By people, I mean his fans. They seem to be attached to him, like mentally, emotionally, and they want to see him win. And his win is not even like Uncle Adams. Uncle Adams is a music lolcow. He went broke from trying to follow his dreams of being a rapper. Uncle Adams was infinitely more inspirational and deserving of you helping him bankroll his dream than Darkside Phil. Like, that dude was selling TVs on Craigslist to make like what 5% profit just so he can record a god-awful rap song that nobody would like in a god-awful music video. And you know what? That guy is so much more deserving of any sort of props and credit than this guy right here. And it's just like, I think ultimately a very intriguing part of this paradox is how his content can get genuinely worse. The more he talks about it getting better, it just actively gets worse. Because like now, the pre-stream used to be the place everybody would tune in. There would be a fun segment if he tried to have one or not. Most of the time, it would be him not trying to have a fun segment, ending up having one. And now it's just like dead air. Dead air, talking about cards, talking about his schedule, talking about how things were 20 years ago, and bitching about how things are now. And then that's it. Like, he was so much better at the era where he was recording videos. He was doing, like, Hate Live. He was actually, like, putting in the effort. Yes, it was effort towards something that really sucks. It was effort towards something that is like reductive and stupid, and you can very easily say how it could have been better, but it was effort invested. And now it's like performative effort. It's like you're at work and you're going to have a boring day. You know you're not going to do much. So let's just go get a coffee. Let's take extra long to get a coffee. Let's take extra long lunch. You know, that type of shit. He turns streaming into a desk job, and streaming is one of the most exciting and dynamic jobs you can have because it's up to you how exciting and dynamic it is. And for him, I guess the level is very low. That's why this podcast is called the Level 1 Podcast. I guess we go full circle.
Hilarious, because someone just said, well, remember this the next time you bitch about DoorDash.
And why, before this segment, why is all this happening? Because he understands he can. And the moment he understands, okay, I can just sit here and pretend to have a podcast and like tell people I'm having a podcast, and they will just not care and give me money to ask me about things that I did 15 years ago.
Hilarious, because someone just said, well, remember this the next time you bitch about DoorDash. DoorDash is real life. Having something physically delivered to you physically to eat is real life. That's something to complain about. See, you can't even, you're actually so eternally plugged into the internet.
What?
You don't even know the difference between something that's virtual and easily avoidable or something that's happening to you in real life. You actually think that the physical food coming to you is not real.
But physical games were real, and now they're like online.
You're retarded.
Oh, anyways, just call him
Holy
a retard.
Shit.
I mean, it is an incorrect analogy, but that was like a shitty clapback. Actually, genuinely bad clapback.
Yeah. Anyway.
And just so crazy, like all of this is like unprovoked. And I guess like when I say unprovoked, I mean, imagine you're living in DSP's mind and you had to put up with people shitting on you 24/7 and you're losing all your mods because they understand you suck. Or they started beefing with trolls and the trolls won. It's like at that point, I guess everything is warranted. You're just looking for a reason to get mad.
About the Sony thing. Let's do a little bit of Q&A to end the show, shall we? Please tag
This is like, you know what? I get the same energy I get from like a Los Angeles-based comedian who has 10 different podcasts a week. And he's so desperately forcing himself to be funny and have jokes and be like, okay, what am I going to talk about now? Well, this thing happened in the news. Hey, this is stupid and gay. But then, like, we can smell it. We can smell the desperation and the fact that you actually got nothing on the table. You're trying to convince me there's something underneath this cup, and there's nothing underneath this cup. It's an empty cup, and you're going to use it to rattle it in my face, beg for money.
For the end of the show.
And it's like, this is kind of a new era of DSP. I think the detractors, the whole space will kind of evolve towards that too, where once you kind of get a glimpse that he's not worth watching every day, you're just going to adapt to that. Because, like, DSP, of course, he has, like, crazy output, considering he's a lolcow. Like, compared to the other guys where you can get, like, a clips video weekly or something. This dude, if he has a good pre-stream, you can get, like, 5 different clips. But this new age that has ushered in, that is just so mind-numbingly stupid, because of the dance and because of him trying to, like, completely kneecap his content, make it as much of a brain damage inducing psyop as possible, is like, it's just not worth it. It's just actually not worth it.
When I tried Chinese trading cards, I don't know. The Chinese trading cards by far are the least value. Like, they actually have Chinese Pokemon cards and stuff. They are very low value. I don't know why. Because Japanese is close to English, a little less. But Japanese in general have...
Yeah, that's true, Anon. Like, before Kino broke him, quote unquote, well, you know, there was a lot of content in that for us. That was like revolutionary level of things that we never thought would happen. But still, I do remember like 2021 to 2024 probably was like, you could watch him every day. He would crash out about something because he would crash out about it on purpose. Like, he would find a thing to be mad at on purpose and just get mad. And now it's like he's still doing it, but it's the same thing. It's like the same thing. Okay, what are we going to cry about? FGC? Heard it. What are we going to cry about? The current generation of people that we just heard? Heard it.
Chinese is like, they just don't, nothing really has value. It's more like just, oh, you like how they look? It's kind of like it's just a hobbyist thing, but it's never for collecting. Does that make sense?
Yeah, VLX, I very much agree with this. This is like my mentality. It's kind of like fishing. Sometimes you're going to get a good catch. Sometimes you're not going to get a catch at all. And you should never expect to get a catch. That's kind of the proper attitude. Because, like, I get it. He's a lolcow with a massive history, but not every day is going to be, like, Eat It Day, you know? Not every day is going to be the Dondoko Island or, like, a surprise cat appearance.
Exactly.
And you kind of need to expect that.
For years, PC stopped making physical computer games ages ago. Just a matter of time till it happened to consoles. You're right. You're right. PC gamers don't really care, I guess. We already have big digital libraries, and we're not talking about this.
We? Oh, he's a PC gamer with a big digital library. I think, though, if you care about gaming, you should care about that regardless of the platform. Because on PC, yeah, you used to get PC games on discs, sure. And now you got GOG, which is like DRM-free games that you get to own. They have it in the terms of service. That's a good platform. But still, man, you know, it's cool. Hey, big ups, Jay, for the 100 bits. So you just had an epiphany. If DSP is what happens when Tom Segura has CTE and Bert Kreischer had straight vodka injected into his bloodstream. Sounds crazy enough, but here we are. I mean, both of these guys, like, at some point I thought they were funny. Before the whole wave of every comedian having a podcast where they essentially try to be funny, like, unnecessarily, like, I thought those guys were funny. Like, if you're somewhat of a comedian who has any sort of a following, you're going to have, like, a set list of good jokes that you're probably going to keep for, like, a special or a great appearance. And when you have to force yourself to be on 16 different podcasts, you're going to water it down. And you're going to get tired of being funny. At some point, it's going to be like, okay, man, okay. And this kind of like with him. But with him, it's kind of, again, we come back to the paradox. The more he waters down his content, the better it is for him to, like, keep doing it. Because it gets lower effort, and all he has to do is just repeat the same affirmations to the den that he's always has. Like, you guys love this meaningful, this robust, this so awesome. We had so much fun on this stream. And the daily raps, as much as you think are, like, really useless, and they work on the dens in the same sense as, like, the North Korean news broadcast works on people, where it just tells them the different reality of what happened. Because he would have a stream that is, like, dog shit support, and he would cry about it. And in the daily rap, he would just say it was like, yeah, it wasn't the best, you know, you guys. But next time, I guess I'm not very pissed off about it. So it's like, you know. So, yeah, just tempered expectations.
Are you for real? Do you really want me to respond to that, or do you want to just retract your statement now? Because you're not going to like the response.
Cool.
So New Amato, are you for real? Do you?
So he said, if video games are a figment of our imagination, why do you stream an entire stream of you pricing out your physical games?
Really want me to respond to that, or do you want to just retract your statement now? Because you're not going to like the response. So I suggest you retract your statement and delete your message. That was a really silly thing to say in chat. It really, really was.
Okay, you're not going to say what?
Spider-Man movie.
And this is also like responding to stuff without the context gets people looking into the context and therefore creating more trouble for him. That's always been the case. And he says, please respond. So please respond, Phil.
Yeah, Ennie's Lobby is good. That's true. Ennie's Lobby, where they're fighting CP9 to rescue Robin, is pretty good. I'll agree there. That's a good arc.
Hello?
What was the last movie I saw in theaters? I don't remember, but it was around...
Oh, yeah, probably Ghostbusters.
No exaggeration. I remember I saw Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie. What was it called? Spider-Man Homecoming? The first Tom Holland Spider-Man? I saw that one in theaters. That might have been the last time I was in a movie theater. I can't remember, though. New Amato, I'm warning you. He said the same statement again. If I respond to that, you're not going to like it. You're going to be very upset.
Why? Because you're going to call him a retard again?
Common sense question. But apparently you don't have common sense, so if I answer it, you're just going to be embarrassed.
Okay, do it. Come on.
Really
you embarrass people all the time, man.
Bad question.
But yeah, it is a good question. Come on, respond. No, he's going to say, well, they're real life because they have value to them. I can sell them for money. Therefore, they're real life. Yeah, Phil, but now when fucking physical games are gone, you can't sell them for money. That's kind of the point. And when they delist something that might cost a lot of money in the future because you can't find it, you wouldn't be able to, like, sell it.
Yeah, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to bother. I don't want to embarrass the guy. I actually feel bad.
Come on, man. And he said, respond, I won't be embarrassed. This guy might just end up getting banned.
The year says, does the success of Final Fantasy VI make you want to do more DSP loves it streams where you simply play games you absolutely love? Well, here's the thing. Like, what would it be, right? It would be, here's my favorite games of all time. Super Mario World, my favorite platformer of all time.
This is a
Zelda Link to
History
the
Channel
Past, my
confirmed
favorite Zelda
segment.
game of all time. You know that
This
Street
is
Fighter is my
ancient
favorite fighting game,
gamers.
and I try to play it when I can, but we don't always have success. Okay. Other games that mean a lot to me: Earthbound, Chrono Trigger. We've played Chrono Trigger a few years ago. It would be great if they would remake it. It would be great if they would remake Earthbound. I would love that if they would do that. But outside of those classics, right? Mega Man games. We've done marathons of Mega Man that have actually done decently. You know, not always the best, but we've done that, and that's been fun as well, right? But outside of that, I'm trying to think, like, overall, what other games? I would say, since people are really liking Final Fantasy VI, I think eventually I want to play Final Fantasy IV, because that's my second favorite Final Fantasy game of all time is Final Fantasy IV. That's the first one I ever played. I played it as Final Fantasy II. So now I definitely want to go ahead and play that. So, yeah. But outside of that, you know, maybe we could go back and play some classics, like I said, like maybe do another run of Super Mario World, play Link to the Past again. Those are games that I absolutely love. When was the last time I played Link to the Past? Let's see.
Oh, by the way, I did remove all the mods on this channel. Nothing personal to the former mods, but I just saw a bunch of people whose names I genuinely couldn't recognize. And all my mods are from, like, 2022.
Way back in.
And we don't really need mods on this, so, yeah.
2013.
I'll carry
Summer
the
of Retro.
burden.
And then I did a second playthrough on the Switch 1 in May 2022. So I did play Link to the Past recently. Okay. What about Super Mario World? Last time I played Super Mario World was 2019. So that's been a long time, over 7 years. It was just around 7 years ago when I played Super Mario World. And that was on Switch 1. So I have already played it. I don't know if people would be interested in seeing me play it again. Yeah. So what else? Like Earthbound? I feel like we played Earthbound recently. We did, 2022. Basically, when these games got ported to Switch 2 online, I played a bunch of them.
No,
So I played
it's not
Earthbound, I
gonna
played
work.
Mario World, you know what I mean? Arguably, I would say, probably we want to play Final Fantasy IV then. No, I only played Earthbound. I never played any of the other Mother games.
Okay, that's it? Are we actually playing games in the present? I'm too scared to skip.
Guys, or shall we get ready to end the podcast and get started with Dark Souls 2 for the day? What do you think?
Oh, dude, I think I'm not gonna watch the Dark Souls shit. This shit is gonna be
My favorite
ass.
playthrough of mine is Elden Ring.
It's
The
gonna
first
be
one, the first run.
cheeks.
That was a crazy run, that's for sure.
And honestly, I just can't be bothered. After he turned off the invasions, it just ruined it.
See you later, Gel. Good show. Okay, I want to say thank you all for the early support. Those who did. I don't even know what we're at. What are we at? $17. Okay, I didn't even know. Thanks for the early support. Please support.
Like
the
he didn't
stream.
even know.
Today, we want to finish off the One Piece packs. Like I said, we have 3 left. If we qualify for those 3 openings, I'll do a bonus pack opening of that Japanese pack that was given to me as a bonus when I ordered the box. Okay, I will do that. That'll be cool.
And like, you know, this guy right now, nothing here says at dspgaming, good show as always, W stream. Like, what about it? What about it? I just wish, because like I don't like the Dent interviews because it's being hyped up as like a format, like an actual 60 minutes interview or something. And I think the Dent's just boring as hell. But I just want somebody to actually describe to me what they like about this. And I'll be nice. I won't even be an asshole. I just want to know it from like the source of somebody enjoying this. Like, what about it that you actually liked? Like, what was chill about this? What was hype about this? What was exciting about this? What information did you learn from this guy just straight up talking about himself all the time, about everything he's doing? It's not even like doing the thing. He's just talking about doing it. And the whole PlayStation segment, I guess that was the one thing that was just not schedule or cards.
So let's get support going for Dark Souls 2.
Like, I would understand if the Q&A is like interactive where he could talk about a bunch of stuff. Now he's looking at himself in OBS. He's about to flex.
Let's open
Yeah, he
those
just did
One
it.
Piece packs and finish
There you
that
go.
box so we can get back to Pitch Black. And I will get some stuff going on the day off to have new stuff for next week. Okay?
Like,
Okay,
I would
guys,
get
that
it.
is
Like, I would
I
get
wanna
it. And if he was talking about, like, his personal life, I would get it and be, like, being parasocial, sharing some information that his audience might find entertaining. This was actually, like, nothing.
Hey, thank you for attending and supporting the Level 1 podcast.
Like, actual
I'll be back on
nothingness.
Sunday with another episode On Sunday, we'll talk about anything that happens on my day off, gaming news, we'll preview the week, we'll chill. It'll be a good day. All right.
And it's like I'm not like coping about it for myself because I expect this to be boring every single day. And I'm here like we just talked, I'm just fishing. If I get something or not, I don't care. I'm just like chilling, hanging out, having some beers, enjoying the sun, you know, metaphorically. But like being an enjoyer of this, I don't even get it. Like, and even the people that say I watch Phil for the chat, because there's dents that say this, is like, what about it? Like, what actually about it? What is the like who do you like in the chat? Like, what do you like about them? Do you like saying hi to people and then they reply with saying hi back? You can go on a cooler stream and say all these things, and you're gonna get more of a response. I actually just don't know, man. I'm like actually perplexed.
Soon.
And it's obviously not even about gaming anymore, so you can't even look forward to that.
So, what I would like to do,
And I would, again, going back to the previous message, finding something that I would like about Phil. No, I'm kind of grown out of that phase. Maybe if I was like 10 to 12 years old, back in his peak era, I would enjoy him. But I first listened to a video of his. It was the Homefront, the Revolution video. But I was like 18 at that point. So he just came across as a really whiny, annoying guy with shitty videos. And at that point, like, I was desperate to just listen to something because I was working during the summer and I could just listen to stuff all day. And like DSB came across my feed, I clicked it, and then I was like, okay, I can watch all these other guys, but this guy I'm just not going to watch. He's too annoying. Like, he's too actually butthurt and too much of a crybaby. And that came across to me through, like, one single video. But back in the day, I guess I would give him credit. There are more redeeming qualities. Like, when you cut out the pre-stream that was nonsense and just what you saw, but much shorter, he would actually play games. And the audience that he had would be excited for it, and that would excite him more. But, you know, man. Times change.
I won't respond to your reasonable question because I don't want to embar butterfly you, okay? LMAO, this guy is literally real-life Eric Cartman.
Yeah, he pulled out that debate strategy. When you try and get your opponent really confused and hesitating so they can backpedal on what they said.
I'm looking at the wrong camera.
He would have a 90-minute break at 2 p.m., but at least the pre-stream would be 15 minutes. But then, like, this is kind of like a be careful what you wish for type of thing, because eventually the pre-stream became 2 hours, and it was the best part of the whole stream. So I guess we did get a lot of value from that.
Monitor over so I can actually see all of you over here.
But then it is all ultimately the Dent's fault, because they showed him that he doesn't have to try. Not at all. And then the... what was that? The marathons used to be something that he at least kind of tried to put in effort in, and now it's like, yeah, we don't care.
A second for that.
Yeah, we don't care. I'll clean my closet. You won't even get to see me 80% of the time, and I'm going to be using a clip-on microphone that is the worst.
Okay.
The clip-on microphone was so bad that people that don't like him, me, had to fix it in post so it could sound good on my stream where we're here to dislike him. Like, yeah, that's true. They enable this, so why would he improve? Like, what's the benefit to improving? Like, definitely he gets more value out of not improving.
Here we are.
Oh, and by the way, I did vibe code this little extension. You're not being able to see it, but I might upload it to GitHub soon. So you can use it to bookmark points in the video where something interesting happens. So, for example, at this point, we are, I don't know what, like, an hour, 59 minutes into it, and I just pressed the hotkey, and I could have just typed out anything and bookmarked it, and then exported it.
The pinned comment is
which I guess people can use to find highlights. Which I mean, that's what I'm gonna do.
I refreshed the. Here we are. The pinned comment is a troll. No, it's not. I refreshed the pinned comment to be the correct comment.
If the pinned comment is a troll, refresh your screen and it should not be a troll. Because I did accidentally misclick and it pinned a troll comment, and then I retyped my message and pinned it again, and on my screen it's showing as the proper thing. So what might have happened is it didn't refresh on your screen, right? Or did it? If it's not, I'll repin the right thing. But I have it pinned the correct one. On my screen, the right one's pinned. Yeah, YouTube chat's really messed up right now. I don't know what's happened in the last couple of weeks, but like anything I do in YouTube chat, when I click on the chat, it's massively delayed. So like I clicked on a troll to ban him, and then I clicked ban, but then the screen moved and it clicked pin. So it pinned a troll message to the chat for like a minute, and then I fixed it. Stupid thing, like I didn't actively do that. It's the dumb thing doesn't work. The chat is massively delayed.
And I was muted. Based. Oh, I said something so fun and cool.
Okay.
And a bunch of slurs.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure it's correct. Okay.
And you know what? Dude. Okay. I don't know if I should say this or it's going to be too much of a bold statement. But yesterday I watched Room Dukem restream Review Tech USA. And I don't know. Review Tech USA was watching more entertaining shit and was having a more engaging stream than DSP. And usually I always say Review Tech USA is like the worst streamer of all time. And he is much worse than DSP. He doesn't even care for like the hyping up the gimmicks and milking his dents. He's just like lazy as fuck. Like he's profoundly lazy. But I guess that's how it works now. Now even Review Tech USA is better than Darkside Phil at Darkside Phil's job. Cause like Rich might have the worst commentary you've ever heard, like the most level 1 opinions of all time, to the point where they're not even worth like voicing. But he's gonna have a video that is semi-engaging running on the screen every once in a while, like in between doing like the TTS shoutouts. Anyways, we have silence.
All right. So, very briefly, I'm going to run downstairs, grab my coffee.
Hey,
And
he's
then we're gonna
gone,
come
and
back.
then he's gonna come back. I can skip all this.
And there's a bonfire right in there.
Let's get the begging here when he comes back.
It's so bad. I told you. Stupid YouTube chat's way bad today. Like, really delayed.
I don't know, man. Just get hyper chat or
Okay,
something.
folks. Well,
And it always like the thing with DSP that blows my mind is, and this is something that I guess Wings of Redemption trolls don't have as much, or at least maybe I'm just wrong. I haven't seen it, but the DSP detractors, they're so far ahead of him in terms of like technology and being tech savvy, to the point where I get it why you would want to flex on him because you have a better stream than his, because you know how, because it's his whole job. And for you, it's like a shit post. For you, it's like a thing that you do when you get high as fuck. And you still can like navigate your way through OBS 100 times better. And your shit is so much better put together than his. Like, yeah, you can flex on him, dunk on him.
let me have a little bit of my coffee and let's get Dark Souls booted up, shall we? That I can't play the game if I'm just going to do this. It's their own fault that I can't play the game the way that I wanted to and the way that's intended. What really sucks is I'm well aware that in the Shrine of Amana, there's a lot of secrets. Like, I distinctly remember a lot of hidden, like, caves and walls and things, and I'm not going to have any messages to help me find them. No, it's not your phone, Layla. The YouTube chat has been massively delayed for a couple of weeks. They did some kind of a weird update, and it screwed it up because at first I thought it was my computer, but I've since restarted and everything. It still runs like ass. So they messed it up bad.
Oh, and here we go again. Is this gonna be the next like what was
I was
that?
never banned on
The
Twitch.
next
If you say that
freezing?
again, you're gonna get a ban because that's
Probably
an
not.
outright lie.
No, well,
Never
you
been
were
banned on Twitch,
suspended
complete
multiple
bullshit.
times. Is a suspension not a ban? No, I guess it needs to be called a ban specifically. He got indefinitely suspended multiple times, which to me, an indefinite suspension is synonymous with a ban.
We have 49 seconds of torch. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, baby.
And I guess that's going to be it, I think. And yeah, I mean, I'm not watching this, so I do not care. I guess after today, I might take the weekend off. I guess I'm not going home this week, but I'll probably just be on Twitch more and play like games or something. I don't know. I know tomorrow he's off, but like regardless, until maybe Monday, Tuesday, like whatever. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I'll stream whenever. I'll see you guys around. Like I said, I'm working on something with somebody else that will possibly be a fun format for the future that will be like chill and laid back. But I guess we're just going to do it when we do it. And outside of that, yeah, that's it, you know. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time. What else? I don't know. Subscribe, like, comment. I don't know. And I'll see you guys around. Big ups. That's kind of it. Oh, let's see. Maybe I can raid somebody today. Where are we gonna raiding? Redirect. Probably ALT's still live. He's got a lot to recap. He's not live. Is he live? Why is this not showing it to me? Yes, he is live. Okay, let's send it over to him. And see you guys around. Oh no, now I have to do Twitch. Hold on. We have to do the Twitch where you sit here and you already know who you're gonna watch, but you have to do a thing. What do you have to do? We're gonna raid following Tevin. Tevin is on BRB, so I guess that's gonna be sending you over to WPIG2. Okay, let's do raw fill. Oh no, you gotta knock on raw fill. No, you don't have to. Anyways, go away, guys. Big ups. See you.